Alright, I just fumbled stuff off of my desk. Let's keep going. We have to continue our checklist of things. Mostly talking to people. Wait a minute. Don't we have berries to deliver? Let's do that first. Before I forget. Here, berries. Oh. Deliver ingredients to Oscar. Hey folks, do my eyes deceive me, or did you? Sure did. We found the berries. Hand over native bellberries. Great, this is just what I was looking for. I know I could count on you guys. I should explain. This new bread I'm about to make uses a tweaked version of a recipe that's near and dear to me. It's been a while since I made it. It's hard to get the berries to mesh with natural yeast while bringing out their tartness. Sounds like tough work, but the end result must be worth the effort. I'm sure. We all can't wait to see how it turns out. Yeah, I'm excited to see what it looks like. So much fuss over bread of all things. Well, now that I've got everything I need, it's time to roll up my sleeves and get baking. You guys mind waiting a bit? It won't take long to finish. No problem. Take your time. We'll be waiting with bated breath to see what comes out of the oven. 30 minutes later. Wow, that was a waste of time. We only have, what, like 6 hours before the operation or something? Or before the firing, more or less? It smells rather nice. Yeah, like sweet milk and bellberries. Plus something else. I'm not sure what, but it smells familiar somehow. Sniff. Is that? And there we are. All done. Wonderful. You finally finished making it? That's right. I just took it out of the oven. Why do people message me whenever I stream? Every time. Not to be melodramatic, but this may well be the culmination of every experience I've had up to this point, culinary and otherwise. Wow, that's significant, huh? Now you got me even more anxious to find out what it's like. Alright, now comes the moment of truth. Huh? What are you doing, Oscar? Today's not one of our purebred competitions. Besides, there's no way you can outbake me at this point. I put stronger feelings into what I make. Back when you were injured, it opened my eyes to... Actually, never mind all that. The point is, I won't touch that bread. You can't make me eat it. You're nothing I'm not stubborn, Bennett, I'll give you that. What do you mean I'm stubborn? You're the one who's always looking down. Prepare for a salt and buttery. Oscar stuffed Bennett's mouth full of fresh, fluffy bread. Nom, nom, nom. Nom, 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 nom. Well, did it actually work? How does this taste so good? I recognize this flavor, too. Isn't this... That's right, it's bellberry bread made with natural yeast. It was the first recipe you ever taught me. Now, I won't deny I still have a long way to go as a baker. The fateful day we spent in the kitchen, you taught me how bread could move people, make them genuinely feel things. I wanted to be able to do that for other people with my own creations. As my craft improved, I saw more and more possibilities. Being with you and your dad has taught me so much. I want to cherish the emotion I felt that first day and carry it forward. So I promise you, Bennett, Adios herself could try to take me away and I'd fight it. I'm not going anywhere for anything. You and I are going to carry on the bakery. You and me together, okay? Oscar, you're being serious, right? You're not going to leave again? Of course I'm not. I'm staying right here. That's a promise. And we'll keep baking together? Yep, you and me, Bennett. You're stuck with me, like it or not. Sniffle. I'm going to hold you to that, alright? You better not run off on me like that ever again. Ever. On my word, nothing matters more to me in all of Zemuria than you, Bennett. It's going to be you and me working those ovens for many, many years to come. And I wouldn't have it any other way. Sound good? Yes, that sounds perfect. Oh, Bennett, I'm so happy for you. Sounds like that bread did the trick after all. I was worried it was going to happen to her if she didn't snap out of it. Damn, who would have thought a bunch of flour and water could pack that much of an emotional punch? That'll teach me to respect my local bakery. And yeast, don't forget yeast. But yeah, it's no wonder Oscar feels so fondly about that bread. It's the very first recipe Bennett ever taught him. In a way, I guess you could say he played his trump card as a baker. This goes to show how love really does conquer all, even a stubborn case of brainwashing. Yes, it was quite an impressive display of devotion on his part. Oh, to be so young and full of passion. Maybe it's about time I retire from the business and leave the bakery in their capable hands. I can think of no worthier heirs, that's for sure. Thanks to Oscar's heartfelt loaf of bread, the old Bennett was finally back in action. As precaution, Wazzy checked for any lingering trace of the brainwashing, and it concluded it had completely vanished. Thank you so much, everyone. I couldn't have done this without all your help. No problem. We're all just happy to see Bennett back to normal again. Besides, you're the one who made that the piece de resistance. We just found some berries for you. Maybe so, but a promise is still a promise, you know. Which means it's time to pay the piper and hand over a nice fat slice or three. Or else. Yeah, what she said. We want bread. We want bread. Helios, grant me the strength to deal with these two. Worry not, ladies. Our deal is still on the table. And now, so this is bread. So is this bread. There are some extra loaves I made just for you all. They're all yours. All's been special. Yes, come to mama. These are the kinds of payments that make life worth living. I'm gonna eat mine right now. Hey, slow down and leave some for the rest of us, will you? Let's find somewhere to sit so we can all enjoy it together, huh? It really does smell wonderful, though. I know, it's so nice and warm. This might be my favorite bread I've ever had. Ah, thanks. Glad to hear you all like it so much. I know things are already looking crazy again, but I have complete faith that if anyone can get us out of this, it's you all. Make sure you all come back safe and sound. We'll be here waiting to help you replenish all those lost carbs. I'll be sure to prime my appetite. Thanks, Oscar. We'll come back here with everyone when this is all over. We promise. Happy ending. Didn't get any RP out of it, though. Which is what I thought would happen. I'm sorry for worrying you all. I don't know what came over me. For some reason, I got it in my head that I had to do it for Oscar. That's not what either of us truly wanted. But now I know exactly what it is that I want. What's up, Bennett? Nothing. Nothing at all. Anyway, I won't make that mistake ever again. I'm going to believe in Oscar and keep moving forward. Thank you, everyone. Don't mention it. The pledge is all ours. And I'm sure you both still have a long way to go, but I know you'll make it there in the end. Sorry for all the trouble I've caused. I promise I'll never mess up like that again. Okay. I can't thank you guys enough for what you did. Seriously. Ben wouldn't have come back to our senses otherwise. We didn't have a chance to catch our breath before being thrown into another crisis, but I'm sure it'll work itself out. Promise me I'll make it back in one piece. It'd be a shame to not have a happy ending after coming so far. So what does that bread do? I meant to do that. Here's stat down and raises strength, defense, and speed L for 5 turns. That's pretty good. May have to buy more. Sigh. My daughter had me worried sick, I'll tell you what. I'm just glad this finally gave those two a chance to have a real heart-to-heart and be honest with one another. All's well that ends well, I suppose. At least I can finally rest easy and start to think about my retirement. Alright. Arc over. Back to Amorica Village. Talk to people. Derek. Hey, it's the SSS. Thank goodness you all managed to liberate the city. I was doing a little scouting to see what was happening for myself, so I got a good look at the EDF retreating firsthand. It's amazing to see how much you've all accomplished for everyone. I want to do the same when I become the next village chief. Well, we're far from the only ones who helped liberate the city, but thank you, Derek. We're still working to get the remaining evacuees back home. I want to do everything. I want to help people as the next chief of Amorica Village. Whether it's providing food and water, sharing information on the village or clinic, or cooperating with merchants, there's a lot to do. Everyone's still nervous because we can't rule out the possibility that another war could break out. But we know you are all doing everything in your power to prevent that. So we can't sit around feeling sorry for ourselves. Exactly. This is the turning point for every Crossbellan. Let's do everything we can for one another. There's no chance our village will avoid the crossfire of Calvert and his troops into Crossbell. That's a scary thought, but I need to focus on giving everyone here a sense of normalcy. There's a lot of responsibility weighing on me as the next chief of Remorca, so I don't want to let everyone down. People. I went and had myself a peek at the tower while helping the evacuees back home. It's as scary as those pillar things from the war. That big old thing's giving me the heebie-jeebies. You sure we ain't gonna end up becoming the United Nation of Crossbell after all? For the love of ADO, someone stop that Supreme Leader before he screws up the whole dang continent. Sorry about that. My accent is always at its worst when I get fired up. If it was voiced, I would know. I can't deny I'm really nervous, but sitting around being yellow won't help anyone. I'll be waiting with bated breath to see how things change between now and when Calvert's supposed to get attacked. All I'm good for is transporting people and goods in this here truck. But that should be enough to lend a hand to Derek and my sister. I'll do what I can. Elkin and I just returned from dropping people off in the city. Unfortunately, it seems like some of them returned to their homes only to find all their food had gone bad. Stores in the city are having trouble keeping their shelf stocks since deliberation, too. That's why Derek and I got to thinking that this is a good chance for us farmers to make a difference. We're all glad that the city's free again, but now we need to get to work and help people get back on their feet. Elkin originally bought his Orbital truck from a man named Mineth, who turned out to be a con artist. He was allowed to keep it in the end, and it's proven really useful in transporting people and produce around, too. That con man nearly drove this village to the brink of ruin, but now it's something we can all look back and laugh at. I don't remember this side quest. I wish I did. A few people in here. Still having trouble believing what we heard on that radio broadcast. What will become of Crossbell now? No, I can't let this get me down. There are patients here that are worried too. I should make myself useful and do what I can to help them. Can't deny that I'm as worried about the future as anyone, but I need to do what I can to help people in need. All I want was to be able to live in this village in peace with my son, but it hasn't been as easy as I hoped the last few years. I'm glad none of the patients are panicking, at least. Yeah, that was a relief to see. Things are looking better. Speaker McDowell has been discharged, and you all shouldn't have trouble caring for the patients that are still here. Wait, you're not suggesting you're... Yeah, I just got off the phone with St. Ursula. They're going to need some additional help. I'd be surprised if the police and CGF didn't suffer casualties in the coming operation. Sorry, Flora. I know I should have spoken to you about this first, but they need me. I have experience caring for people injured on the front lines, and I want to do my part to make the operation successful. I know, and I also know there's no changing your mind when you get like this. So go and do what you can, and I'll stay and help out here. Promise me you'll come back safe. I love you, Flora. It's a promise. It's not like I'll be going out to the front lines myself, so I'm sure I'll be fine. But I do feel bad worrying about Flora. I'll have to be sure to keep my promise. Oh, Lighten, your habit of charging into danger will always worry me, but this is who you are. I've always admired your willingness to help others, so you have my support. But you'd better remember to keep your promise, understood? These are the couple that just, live in the apartment building above Yuna's family, right? Pretty sure that's who those two are. Wasn't expecting Speaker McDowell to ask to be discharged so quickly. Though given what's happening in the city, I can hardly tell him to take it easy either. Hopefully, he'll still find time to rest. I need to focus on work again. Can't deny that leaving Saron to her own devices at the hospital worries me, but I need to put the patients and villagers' mind at ease. I have to stay calm. So tough love it is. Saron has to learn to look after herself sooner or later. Somewhat worried about how Saron is doing at the hospital. But the patients and villagers take priority. She has to learn to take care of herself. Well, she's doing apparently a good job, right? Yeah. Trying to talk to the patient. There we go. I'm glad the city's been liberated, but now there's an even bigger problem. My odds of getting straight back to work are looking slim, even if my rehab does go smoothly. At this point, I'll settle for just getting to see my family again. I need to hurry up and get better so I can see them. Alright, let's squeak out of here. A few more houses, right? A few people outside as well. I didn't expect the city to be liberated so quickly. At least the CGF and the SSS haven't given up hope after all. Then I can't give up so easily either. I need to do something to repay all they've sacrificed for people like me. This bracer is Scott, right? Yeah. Oh, so good to see you again, SSS. Hey, you guys. Glad you're still in one piece. Same to you, Scott. So you came here to catch up with Pearl. Yeah, I figured I could use my rounds as an opportunity to check in. I couldn't help but notice she wasn't in any of the cars that brought the refugees home. I'm sorry for not leaving sooner. The others were so worried about the families they left behind that I let them go first. I wasn't as worried because I knew you'd be okay. I knew you'd come for us. That's why I married you. Am I the only one seeing these fireworks? Sorry about that. Anyway, Pearl told me all about how much you helped everyone. You guys protected our Morka while the city was occupied, right? We had our hands full just trying to figure out how to save mines. I really owe it to you all. Yes, it was thanks to the SSS's allies that stayed behind that we were able to feel safe. Could you tell the young man with the spiked hair and the sister that wears an eye patch how much we appreciate what they did for us? Man with the spiked hair and... Ooh. Sure, glad we could all be of help. I'll pass your little message on to Vald and Scarlet. Ah, Vald. I underestimated Pearl. I thought she'd be more anxious, to be honest. Turns out I was worrying for nothing. It's thanks to all you yet again. We've been working together to protect this state for years now, so here's to pulling off another successful mission. I was worried that the stress of everything that's happened would affect our daughter, but it hasn't fazed her at all. She's going to grow up to be as dependable as her father. I can just tell. I should follow their lead and get myself together too. Though I do worry about how the others from the department store are. I wonder, is the baby on the map? Nah, it doesn't look like there's an extra icon. Like how it was in some of the other things. Pretty sure in one of the Cold Steel games, there was like there was a child and you could talk to the baby. Didn't really have many lines of dialogue, but you could talk to the baby specifically. That Supremo leader guy or whatever was using a bunch of big words on the radio, so I didn't really get what he was saying. Grown-ups were saying that we might be going to war again. Really? So that's what they're also worked up about. Does that mean they're gonna have to go off the camps and get conscripted again? I don't want to do that again. Don't worry, there's still a good chance it won't happen. If the adults are just worrying too much on the off chance it does. Honestly, we should be ready too. I guess so, but what can we do? Maybe we could help look after the fields? If the adults are too busy worrying, we could help water crops and pick weeds. Good thinking, Pulley. We could totally do that. Yeah, let's try helping out with all the stuff they're likely to forget. He's right, this is our time to shine. We've been through the hard times before, like when that big tree showed up. Let's help each pull through again. Each other. But yeah. There must be something we can do to help, even if it's boring, easy stuff. All the grown-ups are going to be so surprised when they find out what we're doing. So let's go already. We were yelled at last time we left the village on our own, so we'd better get someone to come with us. Oh, there's a bracer in town right now. We could ask him. Scott's about to play babysitter. Anybody upstairs? Nope. Everyone's here. A job well done liberating Crossbell. I could hardly believe what Supreme Leader Rufus said. But then Speaker McDowell came on the radio and talked about the city being freed, not to mention everything else going on. He sounded like nothing could ever crush his spirits, but a moment of encouragement. Really, people of Amorca have been so good to us. As if you hadn't done a world of good for us as well. We may not be in the clear quite yet, but I'm determined to stay optimistic and see things through. Hearing Speaker McDowell's voice was more than encouraging. It was empowering. We've got our work cut out for us, but I'm determined to stay optimistic. Oh, greetings. Pardon me, I must have been lost in my own thoughts. Boy, am I glad the mission to liberate Crossbell was successful. On the other hand, look at the end result. If things continue this way and that weapon attacks the Republic, what'll become of Crossbell? As Chief, it's my duty to make preparations so I can protect my people. Under the circumstances, I'd say Derek and the others are doing a fantastic job. As Chief, I must prepare for the worst. Now we have the inn and the orbital shop. The general goods store. That's what it is. Hello. I suppose I was worrying over nothing. Jake's gonna be alright after all. Thanks to those two outsiders that were looking out for us. Still, now's not the time for us to undo our bootstraps. Seeing Jake grow is the best medicine I could ask for. I feel like getting to work now that I'm feeling better. Jake and the others are headed to town to deliver supplies. I'm going to check the storehouse to see if we have anything else we can offer. Welcome to Jake's. I was feeling pretty down after plans for my commemorative signing ceremony products fell through. Instead, I put together a campaign to cheer on everyone fighting for Crossbell's sake. First city customers who visit receive a care package to help in these trying times. Here, take it. Thanks. Oh my, are you sure you couldn't have all these? Yeah, absolutely. Just don't be shy about saying where you got them. It's good publicity. Plus, I owe it to the folks who rekindled my passion for running the store. The guy with the spiky hair and the lady with the eye patch even protected our village. They helped more than I could have expected. Ah, so this is about Vald and Scarlet. They did say they keep an eye on things around here. Guess they did more to help out than we knew. The spiky-haired guy said I needed to get off my butt instead of complaining, but more vulgarly. It got through to me, though. That's when I came up with this campaign to hand out care packages. I just knew it would lift people's spirits up. Plus, it's good advertising for the store. Even Gramps thought it was a good idea. Not too bad if I say so myself. It doesn't really have anything special. The inn. Welcome back, Ellie. The last of the Vyakuis just left the inn. Derek will be taking them back to the city. It's great to hear. Thank you for taking such good care of them, Gofan. Not at all. If anyone here deserves praise, it's you and your friends for liberating the city. Things should settle down here, so don't worry about us. Focus on what you all still have to do. Just don't overdo it and get yourselves hurt, alright? Of course, we'll do our best. Derek was hesitant to spend the money to buy an orbital truck, but looking at how much use he's getting out of it now, I'd say the purchase paid off. I suppose I'll keep myself busy with tidying and cleaning the guest rooms. Might as well buy it. We don't have one. Whew, another crisis safely overcome. I was right about my experience at the military camp. It helped keep me calm. Key support helped me a lot as well. He's made himself useful around here. He used to be a lot less confident and gloomy, but I think he's finally started to grow out of that. Don't get me wrong, he's still got a long way to go, but I think he's a decent man, and I do like that about him. He would take it the wrong way and let it go to his head if I told him that, though, so let's keep it our little secret. The rooms are going to need a good cleaning now that all of our guests have left. I haven't even finished clearing up breakfast. It's going to be a busy day. These are scary times for sure, but I did get some joy out of hearing everyone's impressions of the books I lent them. I'm a little sad to see them return to the city, if I'm being honest with myself. And again, there's no telling what could happen next, so I can't blame them for taking the chance while they have it. I told everyone that I hope our paths cross again someday, whether they come to visit or I see them at the library. I desperately need this crisis to blow over so I can visit the library in the city again. The books I borrowed are all long overdue by now, but it's not my fault. Yeah, there is kind of a war going on, right? I couldn't tell how badly the occupation was going until Celie pointed it out. Hearing her tell me that she hates it when I look so gloomy was a real wake-up call. Yeah, it's not like one failed date or the city being occupied again is the end of the world. Life goes on. Last few days, I felt like a bad dream, so that must be why I was so down on myself. I'm feeling much better now, though. Hopefully I didn't ruin my chances with Seely. Nothing scares me more than the thought of her hating me. I'll do anything to avoid that. It's all sunshine and rainbows for me from here on out. No more gloomy faces, I promise. Alright. Next map, the ancient battlefield. Looks like the depths has something new. So that's probably a boss where we fought Shao. Yep. Just instantly there. Alright. It's chest we missed. I'm gonna go grab that real quick.
Ah, I could go for a fight now.
How did we miss this chest? Yoink. Magic droplet.
Oh, we're in luck, huh?
We are. Into battle we go.
This one's tough.
Benjamin.
Be careful.
Sorry.
Nice. Good start.
This'll be fun. Tag out. Leave it to me. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Right. Right. Right.
Oh, Nadia's down.
Up to you.
If you insist.
Oh, get back up.
Ha! Can you be a fast? I'm on it.
You two, back up.
Thanks.
My turn now. Dance for me.
Oh,
Wide open.
need to scan it. Kind of important.
It's me.
Also, it looks like this is a slow enemy. So more than likely, White Decoration and Heavenly Gift should be our strategy here.
I'm on it.
I'm up. Let's go. Ha! Now!
You're up.
Oh boy, arts.
Now then.
Those are fun.
My turn now. Very well.
Let's go.
Before I forget, Battle Scope. Hydra. A massive creature that dwarves entire forests. It drains the life from large areas around it and inflicts ailments aplenty onto its prey.
Now!
How shall we play?
Man, he is on fire. And that particle effect is everywhere.
It's my turn. Roar! Down!
You're up. Okay. Okay.
Oh, inflicted with sleep, huh?
Are you okay? Good luck. Why, thank you. Now then. Wide open. It's mine. It's me. How naive. Are you okay? Thank you.
I thought it was a strategic maneuver, but we get pushed. That's fun.
How naive.
It's my turn.
Stop doing that. Also, I'm stealing that. That HP turn. You don't deserve it.
How naive. Are you okay? Thank you. Now then, I left some for you.
Leave it to me. It's my turn. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Up to you.
If you insist.
Oh, I should have swapped the Ash. Oh well. I should be able to deal more damage.
Now then. All for
Not on my watch.
Why? Thank me. Got you.
Got him.
Okay. Let's. There's
Thanks.
Nadia's here. Why? Are you okay?
Not on my watch.
It's me.
It's my turn. Roar! Now!
You're up. Why? Now then.
Why'd everything get darker? Is that blind? I think that was
Not on
blind.
my watch.
My turn. Okay. Let's.
It's my turn. Ha!
It's me. My turn now. Why? Thank you.
Not on my watch.
Oh, double instacast.
It's me.
I'm up. Let's fall back.
Oh. Well, it is what it is.
Arcus activate.
Okay. Let's go. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. My turn now. Activating drive. It's me.
Thanks.
Thank you. I'm on it. Let's. Ha!
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Not on my watch.
And everyone dies.
That was
Took
close.
that reflection
Thanks.
for some reason.
That was
Thanks.
close. That was
Thanks.
close.
I can still fight.
Somehow we lived. Alright.
Good luck.
I'll take
Leave
it.
it to me. It's my turn. Let's go. Let's go. It's my turn. It's my turn. Up to you.
Leave it to me.
How shall we play?
Heal.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Not on my watch.
Nurse
Thanks.
Nadia's here. My turn now. How naive. Nurse
Thanks.
Nadia's here. Are you okay? Thank you.
Isn't Ixion Volt a low range one? Oh no, it's area LL. Okay.
Roar!
me!
Thanks.
Thank you! My turn!
No craft points. That's a problem.
Not on my watch.
Good luck!
Had like a
Why,
cut in my
thank you.
nose or
My
something.
turn now.
Painful.
Arches! It's not! There's
Thanks.
not yet
Are you
here.
okay?
It's my turn. It's my turn.
Have to heal Lisa. Don't want her to go down.
How naive.
Are you
Thank
okay?
you. How shall we play? Arches activate. Okay. Let's. Yeah. How naive.
Very well.
Wide open. It's not.
I'm up. Ha! Now!
You're up.
Fool! Now!
You're up. It's me.
Again, somebody got inflicted with the negative status effect, but I'm wrong.
Got you.
Got him!
Are you okay?
Good luck. There's not yet here. Okay. Let's.
Just keep that up. Should be good.
Very well.
So that thing insta-casts Ixion Volt. It doesn't even have to charge it. Busted.
Very well.
Arches. It's not. There's
Thanks.
not yet
I'm
here.
up. Roar! Now!
You're up. How shall we play?
Why, thank you. My turn now.
Oh,
Not on
she's
my
asleep.
watch.
My turn
Now she's
now.
up.
It's my turn.
Dang it.
Good luck. I'm up. Now. Yeah!
You're up. It's me.
Why, thank you.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I can't forget to keep that up, right?
Okay. Okay. My turn. Let's. There's not yet here.
Now
I
then.
like how none of those missed.
Activating drive.
Wait! Yeah!
You're up. It's me.
Why, thank you.
There's not yet here.
My turn now.
Arches. It's not.
Numbers up.
Shatter. Warhammer.
You are not getting another turn, my friend. It's over. I don't want to deal with your shenanigans anymore.
Now. No problem. It's me. Bleed. It's me. It's me. Now.
It's mine!
It's me. Got you.
It's mine!
Now then.
Wide open. It's not.
Sure.
Gleam.
Numbers up. This'll be fun. Now. Yeah.
You're up.
This'll be fun. And yeah.
You're up.
Very well.
And there we go. One Sumerian ore shard, please.
Nice.
Nice.
That'll.
It's nice.
Yeah, I did it!
Lennon's Kiss. So we got a Lost Arts as well. It's a Black Sumerian ore shard. Nice. There's no reason to enter the Sunport. Okie dokie. Collect that. 120 shards. Cool. So with that done, to the Mines Mountain Path, and Mountain Path 2 is something new. What could that possibly be?
Very well.
There, that's fun. A place we haven't gone yet, and a blip.
Time to go.
Numbers up.
My turn.
Here, there. There. Here, there. Here. Huh. Here. There. Here. Huh.
Look, is that hot water? I wasn't here when we last came through this area. You're saying this hot spring appeared out of nowhere? Then I wouldn't be surprised if this was another fairy spring. What's a fairy spring? It's an unusual kind of hot spring that can appear spontaneously when there are extreme disturbances to the spirit veins. We saw it happen across the Empire during the Great Twilight. Right, but I never thought I'd see one in Crossbell too. It's hardly surprising when you think about it. The tower is absorbing vast amounts of mana through the spirit veins themselves. That's disturbing them more than anything to date. When you put it like that, it'd be confusing if there weren't consequences. That's not to say this water is dangerous because it's connected to Babel through the spirit veins, though. Far from it. I can vouch that there is some mana in the water at the very least. I recall the fairy springs we encountered in the Empire to be rather relaxing. Really? I kinda want to try climbing in now. I'm not going to object to a little R&R. You? Not miss an opportunity to slack off? Color me shocked. There is no harm in taking a break now and then. We should feel lucky we found a spot like this. Let's keep this location in mind if we ever want to jump in and take a soak to recharge. Entering the hot springs will recover all lost HP, EP, restore CP, and fill AG and BP to max. Nice. Fully restored. It's basically how it is in the Reverie corridor.
That's much better.
Same cutscene. But oh, it's the Rosenberg Doll Studio, and this area up here that led underground. For whatever reason, it's just not there on the map when you reach certain altitudes. Usually it fades away, but it just cuts off there.
Careful. That one looks tough.
I mean, like, there's nothing out front anymore, right? Careful, that one looks tough.
How about we see who's tougher between us, huh?
Did I fish here?
I see some fish.
Not sure if I did.
I got one.
Hope you're ready to get real.
Oh, it's adorable. I got one.
Hope you're ready to get real.
Okay, we probably did.
Now that's a big cat.
Nothing new. This area got marked as new. It just leads to the mines tunnel. We just never came in through this way because it was blocked off before. Wait a minute. We haven't been there. You were told to not go this way because it leads like Stargazer Tower or something. Oh, okay. Alternate path. Big worm. Another big worm. Alright, the Moon Temple is already marked off, so... only things left are Maine's Mining Village and the Michelin Resort. Right? Mainly a lot of talking.
We owe a lot to the people here.
Yeah. We couldn't have broken through that barricade without them.
It speaks to what all people can do when we work together.
I can only imagine.
Rufus?
He's lost in thought, don't worry about him. Oh, I need to look up a fishing guide to find out where the last few fish are. True, what are you doing here? I thought you were still in Ymir. Oh, Yuna. And looking at all these legit-looking friends you got in tow. So anyway, I was making my way across the Isengard range all by my lonesome when I learned Crossbell had been occupied again. As soon as I heard, I came rushing back. It wasn't easy with the borders being closed, but after many a mountain and valley, I made it back in one piece. You what? You've got to be pulling our leg. I remember seeing you in Ymir, but I didn't realize you were one tough customer until now. You know, I had no idea why there felt like a pit in my stomach that wouldn't go away at first, but it makes sense now. I don't think it'll be going away anytime soon either. Be careful. You will. You too, and take care of the rest on your the rest of your journey. If I can make it all the way here to Mines, then I can make it to Crossbell City, all the way there to Mines. I won't be resting here for long. I'm way too worried about my friends and family for that. That may be part of why this pit in my stomach isn't going away. Be careful for me, will you? Bus. Where's that truck? Phew, I just came back from dropping off a bunch of refugees in the city. I'm sure they're exhausted after going on such a bumpy ride. My truck's a hunk of junk, so it's not the best at going through the mountains. I couldn't believe my eyes when I was out there. There really is a huge tower that sprouted up. We've gone from one danger to the next so often that all I can do now is sigh. Not that being pessimistic is going to help. We can brace for the worst, yes, but we need to support one another first and foremost. Can't believe another dangerous-looking tower sprouted up, but that's all I'm complaining about is going to make it suddenly go away. We can brace for the worst, yes. Alright, pull through just like always. I'll never forgive the Supreme Leader for what he put us through. Just because he's hot doesn't mean he can do whatever he wants. And if we end up going into another war, I'm going to be so mad at him. So you just tell me whatever I can do to make him pay. I'm here for you. No matter how hot the Supreme Leader... Oh god. No matter how hot the Supreme Leader is, I'm not going to let him walk all over us. The Supreme Leader might be hotter than the sun, but that does not mean I'm cool with him walking all over us. So make sure you stop him. And if you need me for anything, just say the word. That's a weird bug, but okay. Someone screwed up the line break with the next text box command. No one's down there, so I'll talk to you first. I saw a weird light shoot up into the sky earlier. It was pretty, but it still shook me up a bit. Not as much as that earthquake did, in fact. I hope that that was strong. That was a strong one. I hope it didn't cause any of the mine shafts to collapse. I won't give in to fear, though. Dad always says men of the mine never give in to fear. What? I'm not scared, really. My dad can handle this, and so can I. I'm not scared, really. My dad can handle this, and so can I. I think there's a meeting. I could have sworn my ears are playing tricks on me when Gantz, of all people, said it had an idea. All the guy's ever done is slack off and swing by the casino. So the first thing I asked him was, did you hit your head or something? But maybe it's his way of making up for all the trouble he's caused the mayor and the SSS. If that's his aim, well, I'm all for it. I've been trying to think up ways to help out myself, so if he's got something in mind, it makes my job easier. It's not often you see Gantz this fired up like this. If that's his aim, then I'm all for it. I've been trying to think of ways to help out myself, so he's got something that makes my job easier. Max. I never thought I'd see the day when Gans had a good idea, but here we are. There's dark clouds on the horizon with that tower and all that talk of another world war. That doesn't change that we've got what we've got to do. Keep the town safe. Sitting around and worrying ain't my style to begin with, so I'm down for patrolling for sure. I'm not wild as Luganov, but sitting around ain't my style either. I'm down to patrol as long as we need. Coming here has really opened my eyes to how strong the people of Mines are. All I've been doing is complaining, wanting to give up. I'm ashamed to call myself a Crossbell, so I'm not going to go home just yet. I'm going to stay here and help these wonderful people to repay them for all they've done for me. Alright, Gantz. Listen, I know you're all shaken by that beam of light earlier, but so is everyone else. There's even rumors about big monsters on the roads out of town now to top it off. But yeah, normally we'd call bracers or the SSS to take care of things, but I think we can all agree that they got enough on their plate right now. We can't be the reason they get pulled away from taking care of the bigger issues going on around us. So like, I don't know. Can we at least do our own patrols to keep the town safe, right? Let's do that. Damn, who are you and what have you done with Gantz? Whoa, did you have to show up? I was in the middle of my cool speech. But anyway, I can't keep standing by and doing nothing anymore, you know? If I want to hit the slots at the casino again, then I have to stand up and fight. So don't worry about things around here. We'll only call on you if we really need you. Don't hesitate when that time comes either. We'll come running. Good luck, Gantz, but please be careful. Same to you guys. Everyone else around here is itching to do something just like me. So we'll keep an eye out for monsters roaming near the town. I won't do anything dumb, so don't worry. Character development. Sort of. He's still just doing it for the purpose of being able to gamble. Hey, the couple. From Ortis. I'm glad you were able to reach your family. As am I, but given the close proximity of our lands to the Uno Naval Fortress, everyone is rather panicked at present. All I was told was to take care of myself and find somewhere safe. How very strange. I was told much the same by my family. If I might chance a proposal, how does staying here a bit longer sound to you? I've actually been in discussions about doing so with the mayor due to feeling as though I can help the miners here. Goodness, what a surprising coincidence. I've also been thinking of staying here to repay my debts. This town's people are a most darling inspiration, behaving with the utmost calm and clarity even in these turbulent times. If nothing else, I have a degree of confidence in my cooking now. I could use that skill to aid them. What a relief to hear we are of the same mind. My dear, I am certain we can overcome any trial so long as we're together. We were willing to turn our backs on our families to remain by each other's sides. I dare say there is no hardship so great that it would tear us apart. Then let us live here. No matter how grim the future may seem on the whole, you will always be my light in the dark. What a relief to hear we're of the same mind. I plan to leave on patrol with the miners in short order, but I'd like to discuss this further upon my return if you're willing. I'd love that. Oh, but you may be very pleased to hear that I prepared lunch for those going on patrol. Oh my, please is an understatement. Then I hope it pleases you all the more once you've tried it. It feels as though I'm living in a blessed dream after being able to sample Mercedes' cooking. Every bite motivated me to a little more to make the most of my days. A little more to make the most of my days. Okay. I cannot wait to converse with my beloved Mercedes again upon my return. I like how these two have a unique design. I don't think any other NPCs have these models, specifically. I still have a ways to go before I become a fine cook, so I admit some trepidation at the thought of you trying my dishes. But I want to believe my earnest cooking will meet your satisfaction. Alright, time to enter some buildings. Got a couple people here. Well, aren't you a sight for sore eyes? Folks at St. Ursula Hospital just got in touch. Your eye surgery was a success. I just let everyone at the tavern know. Isn't that wonderful news, Randy? Start worrying, everyone. Another small detail of note. According to the radio, Crossbell's been liberated. I can't thank you enough. This never could have happened without your help. You've given us the courage to press on once more. For people like Gantz especially, all the townsfolk gathered together to listen to the radio. and when we heard the city had been liberated, he had nothing but glowing praise for the SSS. The SSS has always had my back. I never once doubted them, and so forth. Now that's just embarrassing. But he's hardly the one who had kind words. Everyone here in Mines has been on the receiving end of your help. But even us downtrodden souls are determined to find something to do in this situation. So don't anybody count Mines out yet. You can leave the rest here to us. I suppose you're all still in the middle of your mission? Please be careful. We'll take that to heart. Don't worry. Thanks for all your help. Sounds like both the Guardian Force and the City Guard had a rough time during the liberation of Crossbell. We know so many of their faces, how can we not worry about them? Nonetheless, we have nothing but gratitude for every one of them. We can't see the tower from Mines, so we don't know a lot about the current situation. But rest assured, we're gonna do our darndest to keep this place safe. We're almost done. Major milestone is about to be hit. Most people would feel depressed after hearing a radio broadcast like that, but not the people of Mines. We don't believe in overthinking things. Time spent depressed is time wasted. It's looking very possible that Calvert might invade and we might find ourselves in the middle of another war. But if that happens, nowhere is going to be safe. All we can do is continue living like we always do. Right, I should probably get cleaning the rooms of people who return to the city. I can't be twiddling my thumbs when the miners are working so hard. Pulling. No one's down there. I just got word they managed to save Mireille. What wonderful news. I just knew things were going to work out when Dr. Salem became involved. The situation we're all in is still a grim one, but nothing keeps you going like a bit of good news. Now it's time for me to use all this energy to cook up some fine meals for the townsfolk. I'm so glad Mireille pulled through. The sheer relief I feel has me energized. And since we can get ingredients from the city now, I'm going to use it to cook up some magnificent meat dishes for everyone. One more building. I'm not even sure if we've even been in this building here, have we? General shop. We must have. No way we would have missed this. Stuff on the radio sounded really scary, but I didn't cry. Daddy said he was proud of me. I bet that means Machias and Toa are proud of me too, right? That's right. Those who were taking shelter in Mines before. I heard they helped a lot of the townspeople while they were here. You Thors grads really get around. I wonder how all the people who are visiting are doing now. I hope they're all okay. They're all here. I've been manning the counter, so I didn't catch that beam of light everyone's talking about. I'd be lying if I said this didn't feel like history repeating itself. Don't matter. I handled it once before, and I can do it again. I just gotta work together with everyone in town so we're ready for anything. No crazy beams of light are gonna come after my daughter. Listen here, Kimmy. I hate asking you not to go outside, but be a good girl and stay in here, alright? Daddy will keep you safe no matter what. Okay, maybe I can do some studying so I can be as smart as Colin. You be careful too, Daddy. Since you're protecting me, I'll be the one protecting you. That's my little girl. What did I do to deserve such an amazing daughter? Kimmy has grown so much I can hardly believe it. I can't be the one to let this family down. It's about time I pull my weight and be the best business owner in Crossbell. What you got? Earth Crusher. Yeah, we got that. Alright, the last location is a big location. Michelin Resort. Yeah. Let's look at the Castle of Mirrored Depths. More than likely it's just... at the end of it there's another boss, right? Oh no, there's a bunch of... that's a lot of icons. Even though it's probably for a single event, right? Alright, what's going on over here? Oh, it's you guys. Theo, I'm so glad you're alright. It's good to see you're well too. We just thought we'd stop by. Wald, Rosine, how are things going over here? Oh, Rosine's here. Not bad. Rose finished their analysis not long ago. Really? It was a simple task, especially given that most of the device's capabilities have already been demonstrated to us. Though the fact the device so capable of so much exists at all is something I did not expect. That says a lot in itself coming from you. You mentioned this device was responsible for the Retributive Tower's active camouflage, right? But it's not the same as the stealth technology used to hide the Courageous 2 in Nord? Oh, this goes well beyond active camouflage. This device does much more than that. For one, it's capable of noise cancellation to a degree that would and did allow a weapon of that size to be built in secret. It even made use of the orbital network and communications equipment to alter boat routes to keep them away from it. Is that even possible? I'd wondered how it was made without anyone realizing, but I suppose we now have our answer. Was the sonorous seashell part of this? For certain, though it was only the final piece in a complex arrangement. The false divine blade of wind that appeared in Nord was also controlled from here, it seems. That was done from all the way from Crossbell? Is there anything our enemy can't do at this point? Sheesh. I can understand how the artifact would enable such a thing in theory, but it's still hard to believe. Yeah, we're talking about something on a much bigger scale than the Round of 7. But all this makes it sound key to our enemy's plans. Why was it just left here? Maybe they don't need it anymore now that the Retributive Tower's finished? A shame we couldn't ask the person whom we fought here that question. Agreed. News of Elysium has thrown Arteria into an uproar too. No doubt, none of the singularity stuff fits into our holy text at all. But you can't exactly file it under the category of unexpected miracle like the Salt Pail or McBurn either. There's no place for vague words like miracle and talking about a singularity. We're talking about a technological feat that has always been possible for humanity to achieve. That is, save the part about it having the never-before-documented capacity to calculate the very future. The predictive conditional convergence calculations that we were told about, where you can calculate the odds of potential outcomes based on the variables you define? Are there even any limits on what you can do with something like that? I'd say no. Providing you know what you want to achieve, you can explore every possibility and the option for getting there. If you had to choose between two options, you could calculate the possible future for both and reject the one with the worst outcome. Multiply that by an infinite number of choices and potential futures, and you have an idea of what Elysium can do. It truly boggles the mind. Calculating possibilities to avoid the worst, huh? Sounds familiar. That description made me think of Musei's ability a little. That mixed with Arendel's super instincts? I wish. I got none on the kind of stuff she's describing. At this point, it's genuinely believable every decision we have made has been exactly in line with our culprit's projections. That's so crazy. At least a question of exactly what future they're trying to bring about. Whatever it is, I can't see it being a bright one if a super weapon like the Retributive Tower is a key piece of the puzzle. We can't let this come to pass. Right, we're not letting some AI decide our future for us. You took the words right out of my mouth. Sounds like Yona and the professor are helping with what Prince Oliver is planning too. We can do this. I know we can. You guys aren't going to believe the surprise we got in store for you. When artificial intelligence reaches that point, humanity's true value will be put to the test. Those are Epstein's words when he predicted the existence of a technological singularity. If you want to prove there's still a place for us in this new future, you better sprint ahead and full bore and prove it. You can count on that. Data that shouldn't exist, discrepancies with simulacrum, and prophetic conditional convergence calculations. It feels like the pieces are finally starting to come together. All that's left for us is to confront the true culprit behind everything. We've done it before, and we'll do it again. We'll solve this case. Just you watch, guy. RP increased by 7. Squire Rosine added to character notes. That would be Thor's network, right? How? She was a member of Thor's. Okay. Where is she? Miscellaneous. Squire Rosine, Septian Church. A squire serving the partitioner and a Thor's graduate. She also worked as a sister inside of Lee's chapel for a brief period of time. Arteria's State. Rosine is present for Professor Schmidt's analysis of the device in the Castle of Mirrors. There, she speaks of how Elysium has thrown Arteria into an uproar. Talk with everybody. Mother Thomas is currently back in Arteria, taking measures together with the commander. But as for myself, I intend to help however I can, not only as a grouse rider, but more importantly as a fellow student of Thor's. If there's anything I can do, Reen, Sir Gaius, Sir Wazi, please don't hesitate to ask. Of course, Rosine. We'll take all the help we can get. Thanks for pitching in. Yes, it's great to have you here with us. I'm sure it's not going to be easy looking after Vald, but what he said. Glad to have you aboard, Rosine. Weird how it's sort of a fade in, fade out to talk to him. And you two. Looks like the interference with the machinery was causing along the spirit veins to stop. Not that we can really celebrate. Now that that damn tower's absorbing mana directly, it's probably wreaking serious havoc on the spirit veins now. You guys can focus on the dirty work. Scarlet and I will keep checking other points of interest. So take Wazi and go raise some hell, yeah? That's what the SSS is best at. Guess you got us there. Thanks for everything, Vald. Good luck on your end, too. I don't know how to say it enough, but I appreciate all the help. Alright. You'll have to be a little more patient to see the surprise I got cooked up. I can't let you guys have all the fun, so save some for the rest of us, will ya? Seriously though, watch yourselves out there. I don't want to see you guys getting hurt after making it this far. How uncharacteristically thoughtful coming from you, Yona, but I appreciate it. We'll be careful. Good luck, Yona. You got this. So this is the product of a technological singularity. It's not how I expected to see one come to fruition. Regardless, do what you must to take care of it. See to it you don't succumb to a self-fulfilling prophecy. So basically, the idea of what's happening here, the only way to beat it is by getting stronger through the Reverie corridor to get more powerful than it could have possibly predicted. That's pretty much what's going on. We can improve our own technology exponentially if we just get a proper analysis of how this works. But I'm hardly concerned about that right now as I am about you, Tio. I'm so nervous that my stomach is in knots, and I can feel a nasty migraine coming on. Still, I know your friends need you. Sniffle. Please, promise me you'll be careful. Please come home to me in one piece, Tio. You're too old to be bawling like a child, you know. I don't plan on leaving you all alone. Believe in me and I'll come back. Sniffle. That's just like you, Tio. Please be safe. He's the only one that had, like, alternate dialogue, really. Alright, so back here. MWL Castle of Mirrors apparently has a new location. I want to do a lot of the talking last, so we'll do that last.
Everyone's just about evacuated by now.
Yeah, though my dad said something about him needing to tie up a few loose ends first.
Why don't we take another close look at the terminal we found in the Castle of Mirrors?
Oh. Just a little bit of extra dialogue. Apparently the horror coaster had a bit, but I'm gonna guess that was gonna be the same line of dialogue. Oh hey, MWL staff is here. There are signs that the horror coaster's been modified. Looks like it's gonna need some fine-tuning. You know what? I should take this chance to swap out some of the older parts. I'll draw up an additional sales slip and... Well there me. Now's the time to be giving myself more work. I gotta keep this short, well with the new Supreme Leader Rufus' declaration and all. Now's not the time to go on a roller coaster. Hello. Oh, you're the ones who freed Michelin from the Evan Defense Force. Michelin and the others left the land of dreams with inspiration in their hearts. We're planning on keeping this place closed until the situation calms down, but needless to say, the employees are going to give it our all too. We're cleaning things up ahead of reopening, but if you see something you want, please let us know. I expect nothing less from the glorious MWL, but tremendous spirit. We should buy something, specifically Mishi stuff. Your love for Mishi never fails to impress. We employees are ambassadors for the land of dreams. That's why we can't afford to sit here and hang our heads. We're cleaning things up ahead of reopening again, but if you see something you want, please let us know. A Schneider badge. Bought. There's a few people here. I was doing a test run of the Ferris wheel and that tower fired its beam of light. It was terrifying to see, let me tell ya. Panic took over and I shut the ride down without thinking. Now that the park closed again, I doubt there'll be much to do but run more tests. Found her at the Ferris wheel. Ferris wheel is currently not in operation. Robbed. Okay, next. Food stalls. Back when I was taking refuge, I took it upon myself to hand out Michi ice cream in an effort to cheer folks up. They ate it up, literally. Just goes to show what a powerful force for good Michi really is. I hope we can get this park back up and running soon. There are plenty more people out there who have yet to discover Michi. That might be a little easier said than done, but otherwise I couldn't agree with you more. Crossbell, no, all of Zumeria needs Michi back, and it's up to us to light the way. Gosh, Tio, you sound so serious. Not that I disagree, of course. Back when I was taking refuge, I took it upon myself to hand out Michi ice cream, same bit. At this rate, who knows what's going to happen to all of us. For now, all I can do is keep things in order so that we can reopen for business at any time. Whatever happens, happens. No use fretting me on that. The one thing I'm wondering is who exactly has installed and is running the Reverie corridor. I'm sure we'll find out. It's most likely some kind of protocol thing that was set up thanks to Lapis before being kicked out as administrator. I'm done cleaning the tables and chairs, but there's still plenty more to do. Next I have to take care of the kitchen. Luckily, Mr. Hager sent someone to help. You have to be quick about it though. Matthew has enough to worry about. Yes, I do. Looks like the park will be closed for the foreseeable future. I'll have to go through our refrigerator and figure out what to do with all our remaining food. Frozen meat and flour-based dishes are easy enough to preserve, but the perishables will need to be taken out. Hey, I recognize those faces. You even have the SSS with you. Can't imagine you're not terribly busy with the state of things. I've got my hands full preparing for the whole resort to shut down. But since it's you, I don't mind keeping the kitchen open a while longer. If you'd like to place an order for the finest food in Michelin, let me know. I'm preparing for the resort to shut down, but I'll gladly wait with something if you'd like to place an order. It would be an honor to serve you with the finest cuisine in all of Michelin. I'll buy the steak, why not? I thought I already bought a steak, but I guess I didn't. Why is everybody gathered all the way over there? Oh, you're the SSS. I remember seeing the rest of you some time ago, too. Matthew's been really worried about you. You're all he's talked about lately. If you're looking for him, you'll find him somewhere around the reception area. I'd make sure to say hi to him if I were you. On an unrelated note, most of the visitors staying with us just took off on the train a little while ago. Right now, the remaining staff is in the middle of inspecting the attractions and other facilities across the park. Things are pretty chaotic around here right now, well, with that tower in Lake Elm, but please feel free to walk around regardless. He said something a little bit different. If you're looking for Matthew, he should be somewhere around the reception area near the entrance to the beach. He's been worried sick about you all. If you have time, I'd be sure he'd be relieved to see you're safe. Alright, I'm gonna check out the wharf real quick, make sure nobody's out here. There's one person. We received a message from the CGF not long ago. They're still not sure what's going on, so they told us not to board the ship and stay out of the lake. Sigh. This might be even worse than the war. I can't let my doom and gloom stop me from doing my job, of course. The harder I work, the lighter Sally's workload is. Oh, if you're looking for Sally, I told her to go on home. She's been worried sick about her family. Now I can hold down the fort and show her how dependable I am, and I'll be sure not to disappoint. Huh. I just noticed off in the distance. Is that like one of the temples?
Splashing must be from a fish.
Or maybe Stargazer's Tower? I think it's one of the temples. That's a tower. Maybe that's the ancient battlefield and that's the Moon Temple? The Moon Temple's all the way over there, so it couldn't be that. Let's see if we could figure out what that is. It looks to me like that is probably Stargazer's tower. Because it'd be on Ursula Road, so it'd be over there, right? Or more, maybe more over there, I don't know. Either way, there's something definitely over there. Alright, let's check out the hotel. Up we go. Evacuation of the guests has been proceeding without issue, fortunately. Most of our staff are also going to be returning to Crossbell City. It's a shame that Michelin will need to close for the time being. There's just no other option given the circumstances. But we all have pride in our work, so we'll be doing one last clean and check of everything before everyone departs. As the hotel's manager, I intend to remain on site, but most of our employees will be returning to their homes. Still, you are very much welcome to stay here if you would like, although I do apologize for all the hustle and bustle. I happened to be outside when that beam of light shot into the sky. All of a sudden, all I could see was white light, and everything started sounding like it was distant? Even now, it doesn't feel like it could have been real. The whole thing's left me terrified, to be honest, but I'm trying to hide the fear in front of our guests. I'm doing my best to keep myself together in front of our guests. There's still luggage that needs carrying, so I'll focus on that. Seeing a death beam for the first time for all these guys is probably traumatizing, right? Citrus, you're never going to believe what happened. After all we've been through these past few years, I don't think anything could surprise me. So, go ahead, lay it on me. Look what I found cleaning the guest rooms. It's a business card for the legendary host Vazi. Sigh. I'd almost forgotten you were completely obsessed with them. What? Come on, this is major. Don't you realize how valuable an item this is? Vazi hasn't been a host for years now. Well, I am honored you think so highly of me. I haven't seen you since I came here with Lloyd and the others a while back. He's here! It's really you, and you remembered me? Could I shake your hand? That's fine by me. Is that really all you want, though? I could have more? Wouldn't an autograph be okay, then? We're potentially on the brink of another world war here, but you wouldn't know it watching her geek out like this. Wazi's still got quite a fan base, huh? I never would have guessed that he used to be a host. Between Wazi and Extractor Thomas, it sure seems like the Grouse Ritter has a lot of colorful characters. Yes. Just as much as Ouroboros. Thank you so much. I'm not going to let anything get me down now. I'm going to become a maid my younger coworkers can look up to. That's the spirit. I look forward to meeting you again someday. Sigh. I know she's a big Wazi fan, but Lottie could stand to pull herself together a little. Right now, I wish she could share some of that easygoing nature with Laurier, though. Alright, we're out of the hotel. Mr. Crawford told me a little about what happened with Megamishi. As a new character, he was slow to take off, especially given his lacking popularity with women and girls. Nevertheless, I'd like to extend his appeal and intend to look into potential merchandising ventures. Although obviously we must first get through this current crisis before entertaining any of those ideas. I sincerely hope we can eventually release Megamishi merchandise that makes him a beloved character. However, I fear I must first make my way back to Ereboni and ride out this current crisis. Probably a good idea. I'm missing one. Can't have that. See, what's current time? It's 10:46. Surprisingly not as late as I thought. You know, actually be able to do something in the Reverie corridor. There's one person out here. I'm gonna try to go to the house here, even though I highly doubt we'll be able to get in. Yep. Kitty. Meow meow. Hey Susan, notice on needs a mess too. Yes. Good kitty. Sweep, 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 sweep. I got everything spick and span in time for the park's reopening. Well, look who it is. Good to see you, Cannon. I heard you were working here. Oh my good goddess, it's Vazzy! Hey! I have no idea how happy I am right now. I wasn't sure I'd ever get to see you again. How do you two know each other exactly? Cannon and I used to cross paths a lot when I hung around the downtown district in Crossbell City. Glad to see you still have that unbeatable work ethic. Just don't let it come at the cost of your own well-being. Crossbell isn't exactly safe right now, I know, but I'd still urge you to consider evacuating. Right, thanks for looking out for me, Wazzy. Don't worry, I plan to leave this place on the next train out. I promise, I'll be okay. I'm so glad I got to see Wazzy again. It feels like it's been an eternity. Anywho, I'm gonna keep working just a little longer until the train arrives, and then I'm out of here. Both of them are still here. Goodness, you all positively exude style. And one of you looks just like a doll. The dress she's wearing is exquisite. Ah, I see you're a lady of culture as well. These clothes were designed and made by the Rosenberg Studios Grazen... Gosh, LP. What a wonderful antique-style dress. I can sense the beginning of a new trend. Quite frankly, I'm as concerned as everyone else, but I feel a little less scared now. I'm going to believe in Crossbell's future. Not just theirs, but the fashion world's too. All I need to focus on is finishing my work. Having seen that giant thing fire off its beam, I'd be lying if I said I wasn't concerned. But thanks to you all, I'm feeling in control again. Time to get back to work. You should probably be evacuating. That beam was terrifying. I thought I was going to die just watching the thing. I don't know what's going to happen next, but you folks better evacuate ASAP. Isn't she usually more calm and composed? Alright, what's going on? Ah, all the people are just gathered around, Mishi. Just what is that tower anyway? And how long has it been hiding inside the lake? Stupid Supreme Leader, we're already struggling enough because of you as it is, and then you go and do this? Can you not give us hell for once? Miss Rumia, calm down. Getting angry about it isn't going to do you any good. You see those Mishis over there? Why don't you go say hello to them and take your mind off of things for a bit? Do you even hear how ridiculous you sound? Don't you realize how much trouble we're all in? I don't have time to waste playing around. I hear what you're saying, I really do, but we need their power to soothe people's souls if we want everyone to be in good spirits. Actually, as it so happens, since we're short on help lately, I'm going to don the Mishi suit myself and run around as him for a while. I applaud your willingness to volunteer, but are you sure that's wise? This is you we're talking about. Actually, thinking about you inside that costume made me laugh. Maybe it's not such a bad idea after all. I'm glad to see Ramina's finally taken a breath. Times like this, it's easy for anyone to get on edge. We all need a change of pace from time to time, or else we'll all go crazy. Matthew's so awesome for putting that Mishi show together. Alright. I didn't expect Celio of all people to go out of his way to encourage me. But he's right. Maybe I do need to unwind and let my hair down for a few. At least from time to time. I don't want to make a habit out of it. There's a lot of people over here. I probably shouldn't be saying this, so I prefer if you kept it off the record, but... You know Mecha Mishi? He's being played by a veteran actor who's now in retirement. He actually used to be the one who played Mishi himself. But as he put it to us earlier, he handed that role over to his son and didn't want to take that away from him now of all times. In any case, it's nice to see our visitors smiling again thanks to that duo. Not that I expected any less from Mishi actors. Oh, that's so cool. So Mishi runs in the family, you could say. And thus did the curtain pull back, shattering my Mishi headcanon to a million pieces. I didn't hear anything. You didn't say anything. All I see are Mishi and Mecha Mishi doing their thing. That's how it's gonna stay. So stubborn. Our Mishis are really giving it their all today, 110% even. I suspect they feel extra determined to keep people's spirits up given this whole situation. Mishi's paws are so warm, I was surprised. I know, but Mecha Mishis are nice and cool. They felt nice to touch in this weather. Still, I'm glad you're feeling better, Emmy. It's hard to believe you were bawling your eyes out earlier. You don't have to remind me of that. Sheesh. I mean, who wouldn't be terrified? First that big weird tower came out of nowhere, and then it fired that scary beam. Plus, Mom and Dad are going to chew me out when I get back to town. Like I said before, you really don't need to worry about that. It was my idea to come to Michelin anyway. I'm the one to blame here. Besides, I'm your fiancé, aren't I? I'm not exactly looking forward to getting yelled at by them, but I'll own up to this so you don't have to deal with it. No, Zell, that wouldn't be fair. Like you said, we're a couple. When one of us is in trouble, the other is there to help. That's how it works. Oh, Emmy. I kind of must have frozen over, because I think that's the nicest thing you've ever said to me. What's that supposed to mean? I get it, I promise. It's just, well, when you remind me that you're my fiancé out loud like that, I can't help but feel a little bashful, in a good way, of course. I was just speaking in the heat of the moment, no need to get all worked up about it. That's true, you're my fiancé, Zell, and when you're engaged, you support each other. I didn't say anything wrong, did I? Hey, Matthew, how's it going? Yeah, welcome back, everyone. Judging by your smiling faces, I take it you managed to liberate Crossbell. Words can't convey how proud I am. I'm sure it wasn't easy. Thanks, Dad. We're not completely out of the woods yet, but it was an important first step for us to take. How about you, though? Looks like the rail line's back up and running, huh? Yep, the Crossbell Guardian Force got in touch with us just a little while ago. Sounds like the line to St. Ursula Hospital is reopened, along with the freight trains. Needless to say, that's a huge relief. We can finally send the stranded visitors back home. It's great to hear, but what about you? Are you leaving with them? I don't think that's an option for me, sadly. The theme park obviously remains closed, but there are people still staying in the villas, not to mention our own staff. Somebody has to take charge so that Michelin can still function the way it needs to. I know full well that Ken, Nana, and your mother would prefer that I leave, understandably so. I feel guilty about worrying them so much. Sure, fair enough. In some ways, that sense of responsibility is what makes you my dad, so I can't say I'm all that surprised to hear that either. I suppose so. I'm such a bad husband, always giving your mom so much grief. Don't worry about it, Dad. Mom and the others understand you got things you have to do. They know you'll come back, and they'll wait as long as it takes. It's on the both of us to make sure we don't let them down, right, Dad? Right. You stay safe out there, sweetheart. That goes for all of you. Once this is all behind us, I hope to see you all again, safe and happy. The staff and I will gladly welcome you all with open arms. You're too generous as always, Matthew. We'll do our absolute best to make it back here in one piece. All the more reason for us to give the task at hand our absolute best. You can't fail when you got another trip to MWL on the line. You all carry such a heavy burden on your shoulders. We're all praying for your success. Once this is all over, I hope you'll come back and visit us here. We'll welcome you all with open arms. In the meantime, stay safe. Best of luck with whatever lies ahead. May the goddess be with you. Tourists. Gross. You know, those Mishies are actually pretty tough for keeping a brave face and staying positive and in light of all that's going on. Really reminds you of just how much all the employees here care about their visitors. Those Mishies had the right idea. I can't keep my head down. I gotta go out there and live my life to the fullest no matter what. My daughter's been so cranky lately, probably because of how long we've been away from home due to the state of things. But as soon as she got to say hi to Mishi and Mecha Mishi, she cheered right up. I'm so relieved to see her smiling again. No, I'm trying to talk to your husband. It's nice to have Mishi and Mecha Mishi sending us off like this as we wait for the next train to pull in. I figured they were doing it for my daughter, but even I feel happier having them here. Guess what? I got to talk to Mishi and Mecha Mishi. He told me to cheer up because everything's gonna be okay. Now I feel super duper happy now. Yay, Mishi! I love Mishi! A new fan. Or a new super fan. I'm sorry, evil Mishi's causing chaos around the park right now. But not to worry, we'll put a stop to his antics with our happy dance. Goodbye for now, friends. Take care. It's sad our time has to end, but I know we'll soon meet again. After all, I was fortunate enough to reunite with all my wonderful siblings. Our bonds together are strong as steel. Nothing can tear us apart. Believe it! You said it, bro. I couldn't put it any better myself. Nice of them to see everyone off as they evacuate by train. That's what makes Michelin so amazing. They're just as dedicated to looking after their visitors as they are to maintaining their act, even in times of crisis. What's the matter? Why do you all look so anxious? Don't worry, even if things are tough now, good times are always just around the corner. Hang in there! I know this is a different Mechamishi, but it's hard not to be reminded of Miss Schneider. I know what you mean. Hopefully this one will live a long, explosion-free life. Oh, Mishi. Don't worry, you'll be able to head back to Crossbell City before long. What's the rush? Relax, take it easy, and enjoy your stay with us here in the meantime. Alright, let's get out of here. We have a beach to explore, and there's probably only 1 or 2 people here. 1. No, wait. 2. The more I look at that thing, the more foreboding it looks. The Supreme Leader said it's some kind of super weapon that's going to keep firing off those beams of light, right? You gotta be kidding me. Hasn't Crossbell been through enough already? I'm at a loss for words at this point. Nothing new. Can't believe the lake was hiding such a massive tower just underneath the surface this entire time. Especially because I go diving into the lake pretty regularly to make sure there's nothing posing a danger for our swimmers. I've been especially careful ever since that giant fish appeared during the war, and yet I still never saw anything like this. Okay. That is everything. We have been everywhere and we are still missing fish. So let's find out exactly where those fish are by Googling it. Let's see, trails into Reverie fish. Fishing list. Ungame facts. Sweet. More than likely this is in order. Northern arowana, gold salmon. Okay, yep, it is in order. So, the blue marlin is in True Reverie Corridor. And the next one is also in True Reverie Corridor. The celestial tree. Okay, so both of those can only be obtained by fishing in the Reverie Corridor itself. Alright, let's St. Ursula Road, right? By Road 2 or by Road 3 where they're chilling? We'll enter the Reverie Corridor from there, so we'll get spat out at the same location. We'll just go Ursula Road by Road 3 and turn right around. Alright, now when we're done, we'll get spat right back out, so we can, fish. Let's see if we get anything new going into the Reverie Corridor. Do they have their memories back?
Warning to all visitors. Elysium has attempted to interfere with this space 4,096 times.
That is an oddly specific number. What did it just say? What's it talking about?
These increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is at a critical point.
Okay.
Conclusion. Limited permissions to retain memories outside of this world must be granted to combat further attempts.
Did I understand that correctly? This is a lot to process all at once.
Accessing Reverie Corridor Management System. Adjusting awareness suppression processes.
Hold on. Well, something just happened. Wait a sec. I know this feeling. My memories are back. Mine too. So that's what we've been training to prepare ourselves to combat. This must be the Guardian's way of telling us just how much stronger we'll have to become to triumph. Very well. I would be remiss as a swordsman of this era not to rise to the challenge. Seriously though, did you have to go and flip the switch on our memories while we were awake? My head's still spinning.
The action was deemed necessary to raise chances of controlling the crisis unfolding in the outside world. Elysium cannot be allowed to alter the laws of causality.
Neat.
Visitors will still be unable to retain the memories of the Reverie corridor upon exiting.
So basically, they were able to get the memories up to this point, but they won't remember the training that they've done inside of the Reverie corridor. That's a little disappointing. It must be the one rule it won't compromise on.
Permissions now granted to enter the Reverie corridors or stratum. May
Or.
you seize the hope to overcome the impossible over the course of your trials.
As if we have much choice in the matter, at least we finally get the big picture. That explains all the help we've been given since we got here. It was for this. Yes, the pivotal moment we've been training for is much closer than we thought. The threats we're up against are Elysium and the Retributive Tower. Getting those memories back also means we already know what we need to do. We're going to stop them, for Crossbell and for the entire world. Right. Damn straight we are. So long as we have time to train, I know we can turn this around. Indeed, this is our ace in the hole, and we'd be fools not to use it. And I'll back you guys up all the way. That goes for all of us. I'm raring to see what this new stratum's got for us. Now's the time to hone our skills once more. It's our last chance to steel ourselves for the final battle. Make it count, everyone. Right. Isn't there supposed to be 8 stratums? That must mean there's a new game plus. Everyone's motivated and doing whatever they can to prepare for the final battle. Can't let myself be the odd one out. It's time I got ready too. The Reverie Garden state has changed. You'll now begin exploring the Reverie Garden as Lloyd. Additional characters can now be recruited via gold ceiling stones. Cool. Sight will now assist you in the Reverie corridor. So basically for Tio's thing. Anyway, we've got a bunch of things. Bam. Oh, we can play more card games.
Trade Phantasmal Shawl.
Yes.
Confirming rank points accumulated. Liberation rank.
Hey, we got y'all
changed.
both.
Transferring high rank reward.
So,
New contents available.
okay, this is what we got. Yes, anytime. Hell yeah.
New features available.
You can get additional tag-alongs to kind of fill everybody up. Oh no. That's a lot of new players. Is there anything else in this list? Nah, nothing super special, just normal trade items. Guess we might as well get the tag-alongs as well. We can put anybody in the extra slots, even though we already have exactly who we need. Alright, we should save up for the remaining stuff here. But I guess we need to play card games against Sight. So, you're the final doll that Jorg left behind in Crossbell, are you? I can truly feel his work at hand when I see you now. You got it, Wolfie Pants. Look at me, aren't I a masterpiece? The automata he's designed for Ark and Seal are amazing, but they don't even compare. Your physical design is one thing, but even your personality's so lifelike. Indeed, Elysium is to thank for that. That AI was also behind the Supreme Leader, and perhaps even more than just him. It definitely seems to be involved with the origin of this place at least. Now that you mention it, that voice said something about interference before our memories came back. Right. According to officers, Elysium has attempted to interfere with the space 4,096 times. The increased failed attempts prove that the interference with the laws of causality outside this space is a critical point. There's a lot to think about, but we still don't know enough about this place to draw any conclusions. Agreed. We should focus on resolving the incident in the real world for now. We can put our heads together and figure this place out afterward, as the SSS. I'm with you there. It's going to take a team effort. You needn't ask for our help. That's the spirit. There's gotta be a reason we're all together like this. Yeah, I know we can do it. What is that you have in your pocket, Lloyd? Oh, it's a Vantage Master's deck. I thought so. Kia gifted one to me as well, recommending I play with other people. I've been curious about it since you practiced this game. Perhaps it would make it easier for me to try. I would appreciate it if you played a few games with me in your free time. You're going to play Vantage Master, Zeit? Sure, I'll let you know when I'm up for it. Zeit doesn't even have thumbs. How is he supposed to hold his cards? This I gotta see. I will like to play you in Vantage Masters. Very well, I'm not very experienced, but I'll entertain you for a while. I'll just stick with the deck that I currently have. I kind of like it. Oh, it's got the Tyrant card.
I shall be your opponent.
Nice. Deals 3 damage to all enemies for 7 mana. That's pretty good. So if we don't beat him quickly, he will beat us up pretty badly. Oh, I can seal him every single turn. Yes. Keep that strategy going. He doesn't get his card. Oh, because it's blocked. This guy beats it. Oh, I don't have enough mana now. Got played. Let's see. You won't get a turn if I have anything to say about it. And that's a tough card. I have to kill that thing to target it, huh? Eliminated. I'm pretty sure I can't kill it, yeah. Can I? Well, yeah, I have to do this or else he'll beat me, so... I'm not liking how this is turning out. Yeah, I think we've lost this one. I don't think we can beat it as with our current deck. Snowball's pretty good. You have to play to like counter his deck.
This was rather enjoyable.
He has a pretty good deck. Iron is busted. You're just fucking horrified of it the whole game.
You wish to speak?
I kind of want to give it another shot with a slightly edited deck. Using more like heaven cards. Heaven cards are pretty good.
I shall be your opponent.
I'll trade that out. Should have blazed, dang it. Killer Ranger. So, when I said I couldn't beat him, I was wrong.
They are strikingly intricate game.
I just had to let him waste his mana. We got Grion, a rare-ringed fire attribute Naniel that requires a great deal of magic to keep itself aloft. It's depicted on the flag of a southern kingdom, and it can act twice. Anyway, card
You
game
wish
done.
to speak?
This instant scale is equally incomprehensible as what occurred with the Azure Tree. I am once again relying on you all to show the true strength of humanity.
I know that with you guys here, it'll all be okay.
There must be a good reason we were all gathered like this. It can't just be a coincidence. So hang in there, Lloyd. I'm sure we'll get to the bottom of it before too long.
I'm happy you said hello. Yes? What
It's
is
fascinating to think the Great Twilight and the Orbital Network gave rise to Elysium. Though there will be time to contemplate that later, we should focus on ending the crisis in the real world and learning what's happening here. I'll take this opportunity to regain my energy while I still can. That includes giving Zeit several well-earned pets.
Bring it on, I say.
What is it?
There's no machine that I can't help with. I'll put my weight around here however I can. The last thing I wanted to do is let down my mom and Agate after all the support they've given.
Working hard?
As I said at the meeting, the tower is surrounded by a powerful barrier. We also need a strategy for dealing with the large number of Helm wards and other defenses that are protecting it. It's going to be easier said than done. I know the Prince and Thomas are making arrangements, but it's going to be a challenge. Rose and Dieter are doing the same. They said they'll have to keep whatever they have up their sleeves a secret until the operation begins. I wish I could say that makes me feel better, but sure does feel like we're leaving our lives at the complete chance like this. I understand your concern, but this isn't the first time any of us face towering odds. Plus, I have faith that Reed and his crew will figure something out. Well, aren't you optimistic? Yes, but I think having optimism is entirely the point. All we can do is have faith and each do what we can. Or, you could do what I'm doing, work on the assumption we'll find a way into that thing one way or another and prepare yourself. And if things don't go our way, we end up meeting the goddess later today, then perhaps that's just the way it was meant to be. Far be it from me to keep her waiting, but I don't think that's going to happen. We're going to pull this off no matter what. That's right, I plan on living up to grandmother and everyone else's expectations.
Need me for something?
This is the first time people from all walks of life have come together to lend support. It was the same during the Great Twilight. I know there's still a lot happening we don't quite understand. Let's take this opportunity to train ourselves for anything that might come.
How's it going?
Hey Zio, how's it going? Even Zio's looking fired up.
This isn't ideal.
Only Adios knows what's in store for us, but we still have a modicum of control over our own destinies. Overcoming the barriers that stand in our way is simply who we are, no matter how many times it takes.
This isn't ideal.
Hiya.
If Elysium really came about because of the Great Twilight, then this problem falls squarely in the purview of us witches. With the Empire's curse gone, you can be sure I'll confront this with everything I have to help find a new path for my clan. Hope you're watching, Mom. I'm not going to let you down, I promise.
Hiya.
We might be alright.
So we have to figure out a way to avoid Elysium's notice. Honestly, this might be a job better suited for Rose and Vita. You know how sneaky and secretive those two ladies can get. I think I'll leave it to them and the rest of you. I'll be doing my best to train up and get stronger in the meantime.
Say something or don't. Come on.
Man, you're all amazing at the Civic Center. Totally. I nearly lost focus in the middle of our battle because I couldn't stop watching. You would think that was a rehearsed performance. Great job out there. It was like I was synchronizing with Ilya little by little as we were dancing. I feel a little guilty saying this, but it was so much fun that I could see. It was so much fun that I couldn't see anything or anyone else is probably what it should say. I'm sure Ilya felt the same way. And everyone's back to normal thanks to you. All that's left is toppling the tower. Yeah, we've already come this far. Now we just gotta bust right in. That's the spirit. There's no way we can fail with everyone working together. I think that pretty much covers it. There's just one small barrier standing in our way now. We've taken back what matters most to us. Now's the time to protect it.
Hello there.
Well, this is a little off topic, but is it true? I heard you taking up Bandage Masters, Lloyd. Brad been teaching me how to play too, ever since she convinced me to pick it up because of how popular it is. I didn't get the appeal at first, but I came around once I realized I could use it to hone my strategizing. Now I can't put it down. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'd love to play a few games if you have the time. Sure thing, Noelle. You're on. Now play against Noelle.
We'll take care of this.
There's not a part of me that doubts we're going to win, despite what we're up against. Not even a little. So long as everyone here works together, we can protect Crossbell from anything. We can protect the whole continent. All we have to do is keep fighting the good fight. I'm going to stay true to myself and do what feels right. I'm going to challenge you to Bandage Masters. Roger that, I'm going all out. I'll use the same deck. Oh.
Let's just have fun.
Shit. Well, we're locked down from the start. Good luck, me. Oh. That works. Oh, she's not playing that way. Okay. Make her focus on healing. Alright, we win. GG.
Shucks. You got me.
Got Disaster. Deals 4 damage to an entire row. That could be really good sometimes. Defensive magic that calls down a ruinous storm using the power of a weather-controlling Natio. Tears through all in its path without mercy. I think we're good. We don't need to change our deck out.
Time to get this party started.
Hey Lloyd, you wouldn't happen to have picked up Vanish Masters too, would you? I've been watching everyone else play for so long that the fever finally bit me as well. I'm not a savant like Ren is, but I picked up a few pointers. You know me. I'm in it to win it, and this is no different. So what do you say? You game to have it mano a mano if you had the time, Lloyd? Or to turn down the challenge like that? You're on, Estelle. Now that's what I'm talking about. You know where to find me when you want to get down to business. You can now play Vanish Masters against Estelle.
Time to get this party started.
We've been in tight spots before and come out of it, so I'm feeling pretty good about our prospects. Still, this isn't something any of us can solve on our own. You better believe it's going to take real teamwork.
How's it going?
Alrighty, as long as you don't mind losing. We'll have to see. Using the Soul Fighter.
All right, let's get
That's
this
a lot of
started.
HP. Dang. No, that is not a good hand. What is your thing? +1 attack to allies. Jeez. That can snowball like crazy, so I don't want it to happen. So I can summon you here and then kill you down. Likes pain. Got sealed. We don't have our method to remove it either. Dang. Well, I can get rid of you at least. Goodbye. Missing 1 point for that, so we could put you here preemptively. Slap you down. Alright, you're healed again. Hallelujah. I didn't even see what that did. Eliminated. I think we're doing pretty good. The two-turn seal. Well, unfortunately, that's not who you need to seal, buddy. Nice. Now we have a few rounds of just attacking. All right, victory, first try.
I lost?
Tentarch. We never saw that one. So its skill is that it can deal damage to all enemies. It costs a lot to summon it, though. An extremely large water nadial with overwhelming destructive power. It appears in legends the world over as a monster that commands the sky and sea. That is a very big height and weight range.
Hey there!
We've got a pretty salty lineup, don't we? I never thought I'd see Instructor Reen, the SSS, and that monster Rufus team up. Not to mention old Class 7 and the team from Liberl. I'd like to think new Class 7 can hold its own too. We're unstoppable. That's why I'm not sweating this trial stuff. We're gonna crush it and win back our pride once and for all. That's the plan. I'll be counting on you again, Yuna.
You, got a sec? With all of us here, I'm sure we could.
This incident is another opportunity for me to define what being Yin means to me. It's a chance for me to grow and become stronger at protecting what I cherish more than anything in the world. I'm not going to risk losing the people who matter most to me. You've been through this before, Lloyd. Let's finish what we started again.
I hope you're doing well.
Got quite a few people. Only a couple people over here, so let's start on this side. Never mind. It was just the, it was probably like these or something stupid like that. There are so many NPCs, huh? I want to do this and get it out of the way. Fishing. We need 2 fish that we haven't caught yet.
Right. This will be good. Look at the size of this baby.
Glutton shark. So it said 24, so we need to get 25 now.
Right. This will be good. Look at the size
Gotta keep
of this
fishing
baby.
till we get it.
A bite. This'll be good. Look at the size of this baby. A bite. This'll be good. Look at the size of this baby. A bite. This'll be good. Look at the size of this baby. A bite. This'll be good.
Crap.
Oh well. A bite. This'll be good. It's a nice catch. A bite. This'll be good. It's a nice catch. A bite. This'll be good.
This might be it.
Look at the size of this baby.
25 out of 26. Alright. Fishing 3 fulfilled. Collected. Well, we have time. It's 11:34, so got plenty of time to do a bunch of other
Some fishies.
general stuff before we grind our way through the corridor. Lloyd Stellarine must be part of here. We're still in the Cold Steel era, so...
The bite. Nice.
Gotcha. Fish fear me. Completely filled the fishing session in the notebook.
Wow, this is a rare
Found a
one.
jeweled cancer. Amazing work, Green. It's no wonder why Lake Lord I bestowed the title of Angler God title upon you. Yeah, I know you catching the Grand Lake Lord was no coincidence. I'll take your word for it. I'm just relieved I was able to catch either of them. That sure is one big crab. It's even bigger than I was expecting. Hey, so when can we eat it? Now? Can we start cooking it now? Hold your horses, LP. They said that it's going to a food drive. Seriously, have some self-restraint. It slips. Celine, you're drooling. Anyway, we have to bring this beauty to the fine folks over on West Street. Thanks for all the help. Seriously, we need to get this delivered. But it wouldn't be right not to thank you before we left. Here, on us. This is the best one we got. Straight from our most tenured member, Rod. That makes sense. Okay. Are you sure I can have this? Of course. We wouldn't offer if we didn't want you to have it. Besides, think of it as a little parting gift. The Retributive Tower is so large that it feels like you can reach out and touch it even from the shoreline. I'll say, it's enough to send shivers down your spine. Ain't that the truth? I can hardly believe something like that was built right next to one of our favorite fishing spots. Actually, we weren't too far away when that thing suddenly appeared. It was terrifying. It was like the damn thing sprung straight up from Gehenna to destroy the world. Yeah, maybe. Still, we can't just sit around doing nothing. That's why we wanted to do something, anything to help. Yeah, we're just a few Crossbell fishermen, but we still got our pride. If what we do can bring even a little peace back, then we'll do it for the sake of the world and our fishing spots. You guys are a real catch, you know that? I think it just goes to show how bright Crossbell's future is. There are people from all walks of life fighting for its security. That's something we all can agree on. You think so? Talk about an honor. Well, we should be setting off. I know you kids will succeed. May Adios be with you all. And make sure to drop by West Street later if you want some delicious crab. I'll be there. We'll bring the butter. Alright everyone, let's move out. The team saw the Fishermen's Guild members off to West Street and then resumed their activities. we are going to there. We got a new gem. West Street, they said, right? Some of them are here now. Hey Lloyd, thanks for your help again earlier. We were just handing off that crab to the ladies setting up the food bank. Our only problem is that jeweled cancer shells are so tough, so they require extra work to prepare. That's why we offered to lend a hand with the cooking. A true fisherman needs to learn how to cook his catch. I know how to cook a mean crab pot, you know? What kind of food bank serves crab pot? Best one ever, obviously. Unfortunately, it won't be ready by the time you all start your big mission. I promise I'll save you some, so you better make it back here to celebrate. Sounds good. Keep it warm for us. We'll see you again once the mission's complete. You can try some of it later to celebrate successfully completing your big mission. So, you all better make it back in one piece, got it? The continent can't afford to lose a fine fishing town like yours. This is a chance for me to show off some of the skills I polished up after being drafted. The army actually wanted me to be an engineer, so I'm a lot better with my hands now than I used to be. Just you watch, I'll have this beauty prepared in no time, and it'll be just as fresh as the moment it was caught. Anybody else here? The only other place they might be would be East Street inside of the... Not here. The Fisherman building. Fisherman's Guild, CV branch. Yes, he is. I was just telling Salem about that jeweled cancer. I'd love to catch one so that I could show her just how shiny and radiant it is. Not to mention, a crab of that size is sure to contribute a ton of meat toward the food drive. With so many mouths to feed, maybe I ought to help by gathering plates and utensils. Might be a challenge to eat otherwise. It's gonna take a ton of preparation to distribute all that jeweled cancer meat to so many people at the food drive. I think I'll pitch in with Salem and help these people out. You have new dialogue? Peter told me all about the big news. He said you managed to reel in a jeweled cancer. Not every day you come across one of those. Talk about impressive. I was feeling all gloomy earlier, with the tower looming over the lake and all, but just like that, I'm already feeling better. I think I'll head to West Street. They'll need prep help, so if I want to see it in person, this might be my best bet. Sigh. I've heard stories about the jeweled cancer, but I really wanted to see one of those bad boys up close and personal. West Street's gonna need a hand with preparations, so I better head over there and help him out. Sell fish. All of the fish, if I can. There we go. All the fish have been sold except for the ones we can't because we have items maxed out. Back to the Reverie corridor. We got more talking and card games to play. We still got plenty on our plates to deal with, but at least the city's been freed. I wasn't expecting Dieter to hire Gareth and the boys, though. Who did? Hard to ignore... Oh, I'm guessing it's supposed to be he did? Hard to ignore the irony that he once hired them to attack the city. Wild. It doesn't seem like they brought Shirley with them, at least. What really caught me by surprise was the killing bear talking some sense in the EDF. Looks like Garcia was really just a big teddy bear this whole time. I wouldn't mind talking with him about the boss once all this is over. I can stand to catch up with him too. There's still a lot I owe him for. He even helped me again through all this by making me realize something important I had forgotten. Well, I guess the old bear's another person we can't let down. Better make sure we're ready for what comes next. I'm gonna put everything I've gained, both the SSS and as a Jaeger, to the test and give this every drop of blood, sweat, and tears I got. Same goes for us Jaegers turned bracers. Yeah, let's go all out.
Y'all good in there?
Every person stuck in here, has had to overcome some sort of personal trial or tribulation over the last several years. So whatever's happening here is sort of like the epilogue to everything we faced. How about we end it without regrets? I don't plan to half-ass things while we're here. Trying to protect what we inherited and what we're leaving for the future generations, too.
You all good in there?
Interesting way of putting it, Sarah.
Sharp.
We're the SSS. We've defied fate and taken back what we've lost before, and we sure as hell can do it again. There's no telling what kind of nasties are waiting for us in that tower, but we still gotta climb it. We're gonna hit that sucker with the whole damn kitchen sink if we have to. Everything we built is riding on it. Absolutely. There's no one I'd rather have in my corner when the time comes. Right thick at you, partner.
Whatever needs doing, I'm on it.
Got stuff going on?
Garcia was just like Boss told me. Sounds like he and the SSS had a lot of run-ins back in the day. I wouldn't mind hearing the stories once this is all over. We're gonna clear things up in here sooner or later. I'd stake my pride as a former Jaeger turned bracer on it.
Got stuff going on?
Just making sure they don't have double dialogue. So much for business as usual in Crossbell. Things are officially out of hand. The continent must be in chaos right about now after the Supreme Leader's announcement at the tower popping off like that. They missed an apostrophe with the Supreme Leader apostrophe S. Damn it, it's only been half a year since we handled that annoying-ass curse. Whatever's taken over Elysium is a real killjoy, you know that? I cannot but want to apologize. Crossbell's caused a lot of damage for Erebonia between the first Independence incident and now this. Let's not forget Erebonia is to blame for dragging the entire continent into a war. Yeah, and I shoulder some of the burden for that, but in a way, what's happening now is a good opportunity. This is a chance for me to pay back some of the sins I committed as an Ironblood. I still got debts to settle for being the one who pulled the trigger that started that war. Whatever the hell's going on is still connected to the Great Twilight, and that gives me double the reason to put an end to it. Me? I wouldn't be standing here if not for Ardeen and his pals. I was literally given a second life, so I may as well do something with it. You got that, Bannings? Try not to take all the spotlight, Mr. National Hero. Leave some for the rest of us to prove we deserve to be here. You got it. It is very hard to do because Lloyd is always in the party.
It's make or break for us.
There's no harm in taking it easy for a little while. Want to play some Manage Masters? It'll help us relax, and hey, maybe it'll even bring us some good luck. Will it now? You know, something about you reminds me of Randy. Not that I'm arguing. I guess we could use a break, so let's do it, Crow. We can now play Vanish Masters against Crow.
Hey, how's it going?
I owe my second chance at life to a lot of people, so I gotta make the most of it. No way am I just gonna throw it away. There's still a lot I want to do if I'm gonna live with my head held high. Hey, Chessmaster. Good evening to ya. I plan on putting some real work while we're in here, so better leave some for me. Vanish Masters. Now you're speaking my language. Oh no, he has the thief.
Alright, game on.
Oh no, we're going second. Is there anything different in the Reverie? Everybody got their memories up to that point back. But they supposedly will not get the memories of their training. So essentially... Look at the goddamn crystal description. Somebody was a little trigger happy with the line break. But, yeah, so everyone has, like, their memories up to the point of, the cannon firing. And also, Elysium tried to hack into the True Reverie Corridor system 4,096 times. And failed, obviously. I hate it. I hate that so much. Knock its HP away. I don't want to have to deal with it. Goodbye. He has too many cards. Stop it. Poke. So they retained all the memories that they had from start to last cell. The inability to return its memories is what they do here in Reverie. Exactly. Exactly it. Very inconvenient. Oh. Hey, jerk. I was using that. Oh, I have to, lock him down. His strategy is just keep getting more cards. I hate it. Infinite cards. Oh god, he has that thing. I need to kill that thing. Like now. Oh. I can remember going in, but can't remember when they leave. I think it's just like this one last bit, so they have the motivation to like make it to the end of this whole journey here. It's complex, right? Lock you down for 2 turns. That'll give me a little bit of breathing room. Hopefully, knock you down. Maybe I'll get another good Nattiel card. Nope. Never mind. We're fucked. We're boned. Unless you can survive the next turn, maybe. Possibly. Now we are totally boned. Of course it can't hurt the entire row. Why would I be able to? Fuck it. I should just forfeit.
How about you try getting good?
Fuck off, Crow. Trying to think, what else could I do in this situation? On the other front of this one will be child's play compared to this upcoming one. Yeah, that's what the plot deems. That is correct. I wish I had the Thief. Thief is a busted card. But honestly, the only way I could see this working is constantly sealing the ever-loving crap out of his guy. Maybe if I get more transmute cards, maybe replace Vanish with transmute, we can lock him down for a long period of time. Because locking him down, I think, is the best move. Also, get rid of one. Get rid of those. We don't need them. They're not helpful here. All right. Let's hope we win. It's probably down to luck though, like a lot of things. Expensive cards. All right. Good one. So now you can't start getting out of hand with his cards. Should be good with that. We should be good now. Hopefully. Nice. Slap you down, so now we have our tank in play. Heal him back to full. Okay, we got this. I think we've we got him in a stranglehold. Lucia still had a major role she did before, but as I said before, do what she could and it's fine now. She could treat as a psyker as everyone else, especially if you and her boy toy are going to be stagnant and remain at B rank. Yeah, true. They'll probably get a promotion to A rank after this event, right? I mean, I would hope so. It's kind of a major event. Dang, we're gonna lose. Gonna lose our gift null here. Going over here to heal wouldn't even do anything either. And you just nuked that card back to my hand. A jerk. Now I have to place it again. Man can only do so much. And that's a good thing. should have played Blaze. Whatever. Feel. Can't stop the pain train. Interesting choice. Honestly, a pretty good one. But, it's not gonna help him much. Goodbye.
Whoa, wrecked me there.
Oh, we got the Crown Thief. A fleet-footed thief who desires power so he can fulfill his dream. Has a reputation of a gentleman thief throughout the world thanks to his exploits as one who dives into monstrous affairs to save those less fortunate. Crown Thief is a busted card, though.
We gotta get what's ours.
Ever since the war, I've been doing a lot of thinking. Yeah, I know, me, thinking. But it helped me finally get back on my feet. Hearing all this is connected to the Great Twilight makes me want to hurry up and clean shit up so I can really put it behind me. Either way, seeing as we're all here and it's a team effort, I'll make sure to look out for you when we're out exploring.
We gotta get what's ours.
Take a load off.
Time for me to man up now, huh? I don't want Chloe and Lucy to lay it on too thick later. I hope those two aren't keeping quiet about all this too. So what crazy plan does the prince have us up his sleeve this time?
Things will work out. Just a hunch.
Yeah, Lucy. She was from the club, right? Back in the Sky games. Oh, they're playing chess. Oh dear, you got me. Hey, you two, get any game of chess in? What position is this? It's just some light brain exercise, using it as a way to go over what's happening in reality. We feel like at the rate things are going, the operation has a success rate of about 0% or so. You don't say. We're dealing with an enemy that has the ability to calculate the future itself. It'll see right through us if our plan is anything less than perfect. Things would be easier if we could just rely on the two major powers for help, but it looks like that's not going to be an option. It feels like a waste working this hard for nothing. I'm gonna go take a nap. Come on, it's not that hopeless. The important thing is to remember that predictions and calculations aren't infallible. That's what I learned from watching the Radiant Wings cut through the seemingly endless despair of the Great Twilight. And this time we have even more powerful allies on our side. There's still hope, I know it. Yeah, there is, without a doubt. So it's up to us to keep fighting and better our chances of actually pulling this off. I could go without working harder than I have to, but sure, I'll do what I can to help us out. But you know, I didn't take you as the type to be uncertain about anything, Little Miss Know-It-All. There's still plenty I don't even know. A maiden's heart can be a fickle thing. I'm not sure what that has to do with anything, but I'll take your word for it. The Great Twilight taught me a valuable lesson above all. I can't put too much stock in my ability to make predictions. It's not omniscient. Still, I'm confident everything will be fine again this time. How could it not with Class 7, the Bracers, and Rufus and his companions here? Where there's a will, there's a way. And if any team could defy the odds, it's the one you're looking at.
You need little old me?
I don't care what happens, Suzumiria. End of the day, I'm the happiest girl in the world if I'm with S. I mean, I'll try, a little. Just don't count on me going nuts. Enjoying the game? To think there exists a weapon that could wipe Yuno Naval Fortress, my one-time home, completely off the face of Zemuria. Now things are starting to get interesting around here. Oh boy, I can tell she's itching to fight. I guess I shouldn't expect much else from someone who surpassed a Steel Maiden. I appreciate your enthusiasm, but given the situation, I don't think it'd be wise to have you join the infiltration operation. Indeed, the Republic wouldn't sit idly if I were to enter the fray. No, my place this time lies off the battlefield, keeping a close watch on how things unfold. This time, I'm content to surrender the spotlight and lend my support to Chores and the others from behind the scenes. By extension, I look forward to seeing what the SSS is capable of these days. Don't let me down. Yes, ma'am.
Our morale is as high as can be.
These are finally
All that's
interesting.
left is to finish this.
Fortunate that I can't take a more direct part in the proceedings this time around. However, just as you all have your own roles to fulfill in this ordeal, so too do I have my own place to inhabit. And I, for one, intend to watch closely how you overcome the trials that lie ahead.
And just how are you?
The only other table are these guys. Weird table. The repercussions of Yuno's destruction are already spreading throughout the Empire. Governor Regnitz has declared a state of emergency and told all citizens to be prepared to evacuate. Dad's division has gathered at Guerrilla Fortress as a precaution, but there's not much they can do. The meeting between my dad, Speaker McDowell, and President Gramhart basically ended with the other sides declaring non-intervention. It feels like their plan is to isolate Crossbell. What Elysium has cooked up might even be crazier than what Gramps was doing. Unfortunately so. It's proving a more troubling opponent than we could have imagined. Crossbell isn't alone just yet. We have all of you here as well as several other friends and allies willing to fight. Exactly. At this point, everyone's here because they choose to be. The same is even true of those who were enemies during the Great Twilight. If anything, that makes me even more excited to see what kind of harmony we could make now that we're all on the same page. Now that's what I'm talking about. Let's put our heads together and show Elysium who's boss. We're really lucky to have made such dependable allies.
How are you holding up?
I've made some reliable connections within Crossbell thanks to my Inspectorate network. That's all the more reason why I have no objections to lending my strength for us to overcome this incident. I look forward to working with Dudley and everyone else back in the real world to put an end to this. We can do it.
How are you holding up?
So like...
It's thanks to all of you that me and Lammy got to reunite with Claire. That's another thing I'm really grateful for. Alrighty, let's put a bow on these trials here so we can clean up that mess up in Crossbell.
So like...
Indeed.
Ever since the end of the war, I've been lost, but I wanted to believe that I faced up to all the sins I committed. I think this time here is going to show just how much we've all hopefully grown as people, Lecter, Rufus, and myself. I hope you're watching, Chancellor. I swear to you, we won't waste everything that you gave to each of us.
I'm sure we'll pull through.
Even though the difference, she's a bracer, he's a cop, and as a bracer, you can't just settle with keeping the piece, as in piece, on a chessboard, not piece as in P-E-A-C-E. That's why, thanks to their occupation, the limelight kind of drifted away from her. True.
You got a sec?
It's about Crossbell specifically here at this point, and I guess Reen by extension of the weird timeline shit. With all our efforts together, I'm sure we can be in harmony when the time comes. Not that I'm getting ahead of myself or anything, but we still have a lot of pressing things to worry about, but I'm still excited. We're going to give us everything I have. Dan, the army won't be able to intervene, but I want to show them we can handle this.
Our team's as in sync as it'll ever be.
The heck? Sending me a text message at midnight? What the heck? Oh, just a bunch of pictures. And it's just like it's a picture of my brother who has like a bunch of dogs. And they're having a movie night, and for whatever reason, all the dogs are sitting with my older brother's girlfriend and not him. Pretty funny, I guess.
Are you troubled with something?
Repair work on the damage that the Courageous 2 sustained in Nord proceeds at a brisk pace. However, due to the restraints put in place by Calvert, we can't fly into Crossbell like we were able to at the Imperial Fortress. That would have been a real help, but I understand. We'll make do somehow. Do not be discouraged. Remember, Crossbell is where the Lance Maiden was laid to rest. As head of the Arcade family, I cannot ignore a calamity that threatens the peace and well-being of your homeland. For now, let us do our utmost to prepare for what's to come. I swear by my sword and spirit, I shall lend you my aid. It's incredibly reassuring to hear you have our back, Radiant Blade Master, sir. Thank you so much.
Whatever your worries.
I suppose where the Lance Maiden was laid to rest. As head of the Arcade family, I can't ignore any threat to its well-being. For now, let's do our utmost to prepare for what's to come. I swear by my sword and spirit, I shall lend you my aid. Been seeing a lot of that on YouTube lately. What? Like dogs choosing like dog videos. That fake we fought at the Watchtower is nothing like the real deal. Facing a swordsman of your caliber that's mastered the 8 Lee's second form is invaluable. I suspect Reen will surpass me eventually. People should be proud of the next generation of swordsmen inheriting Erebonia's 2 signature styles. Continue to aim for greater heights. There's still several more models I wish to surpass. I'll make sure to use the trials here in the real world as further experience. Right, which is why we'd like to continue training with the Divine Blade of Wind. It's a deal, as long as I can continue to learn from the two of you as well. You're training ahead of the final battle? I probably shouldn't interrupt them. I shall. It's fascinating to see how each 8 Leagues 1 Blade practitioner puts different thought and will into their respective styles. I thought the same thing at the tournament. It put into perspective how greatly fighting styles can differ across the continent. I feel I must refine my own style before the coming battles. I want my will to protect those closest to me to be reflected in my blades.
For the vendor name.
Hey, what's new?
There are still many out there I have yet to surpass. People like Arianrod, who I adored as a little girl, and General Gwyn. If that's what makes the path of the sword worthwhile. The challenges are formidable, as is the reward of overcoming them. But if I'm to reach new heights, I must first surpass her, my counterpart we engaged in the Castle of Mirrors.
Hey, what's new?
Is something the matter?
I've never been interested in pursuing the title of being the strongest, but I do believe it healthy to face new challenges to keep oneself from growing stagnant. No doubt the younger swordsman will help me discover quite a few ways of honing my craft. Perhaps you'll, fix your busted crafts, my friend. How much I'll be able to help how much I'll be able them in turn to help them in turn, I don't know, but I'll be here to support them should they need me. Yeah, I hate how all of his crafts are busted. He would be so much better if he actually worked as intended. Here, you want to play card games? I want to play card games. Let's do this. Hey, Reen, Rufus. The guy managed to settle things with that imposter. We were just talking about that. He was probably the primary cause behind all the chaos. All I did was pick up the remains, nothing more than the end result of everyone else rising up to take action. That being said, the voice we've been hearing is even more illogical than I realized. Why return our memories? Wouldn't people such as yourself, detective, or Eustace be more cooperative if you didn't have your memories of me? Where is this coming from, Rufus? Yeah, I really don't think that's true at all. If anything, I think having our memories back makes it easier to work with you. Does it now? He's not wrong. I'm sure Eustace feels the same way. We'll be counting on your help to fix what's happening in reality. I have no objections. Solving that crisis is merely an extension of taking responsibility for the mess I made. I couldn't tell you what may await us, but until we found our answer, I'm more than willing to continue working together.
Ever the lively bunch this is.
Whether we like it or not, our fates are determined to stay intertwined with one another's. But I doubt there will ever be a better chance to settle the score with me, so why not do so? Well, I'd be lying if I said I didn't want to in a way, yeah. But I also don't like the idea of fighting you head-on when what's done is done, either. Fair enough. Then I suppose we work out our issues with a few rounds of Manage Masters. Would that be more to your taste? Huh? That's an interesting idea. Sure, why not? I was just thinking a nobleman would... I just wasn't thinking a nobleman would whip out a children's card game as a way to resolve a dispute. The credit isn't mine, to be fair. The other Ironbloods suggest I start playing. After some matches, I realize it has a certain strategic depth on par with real combat. With that being the case, I think it's a fine way to resolve our differences. Yeah, you sound genuine enough about it too, so I'm in. Got enough cards in my collection, so may as well challenge him and see how it goes. Time to see if you're as tough on the table as you are on the field. It sounds like he's basically the end boss.
Can I help you?
Some of you are much too quick to give the irredeemable redemption, you know. Not that I'm complaining, far from it. It's proven to be very convenient for me. May we make great use of one another till we get to the bottom of our current predicament. Right, I suppose that's the best we can expect out of each other, so let's make it work.
Can I help you?
Then, shall we begin? Let's begin the match. Paladin.
I'll join you for a bit of entertainment.
Ouch. Not a good switch. Man, how the fuck did he get all that energy? we're already fucked. I'm not even sure if I should continue this. Revives and returns a random card to play. Salvation Arc with 2 S's. Cool. It's a Salvation Arc. There's a chance. I'll make sure I keep them locked down. Slap you in the center. Yeah, you're dead, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I wanted that off the field. So that's a win in my book. Seal. Seal. Alright. I think we got him. We just had to survive the initial onslaught, and we win. Keep you locked down for eternity. You only get a move if I say you get a move. Five turns of seal. That's a lot. I don't know what that is. Regna Croy. Cool card. A shame if it died. First try. Easy.
You have tremendous skill.
Got Regna Croy. A natty last seen at the previous era's end. Its holy rays vaporize friend and foe alike, said to be sent by the gods to purify the mortal realm. Strange. I can't recall making any particular strategic errors, yet here we are. Your persistence and willingness to gamble on the small chance has paid dividends once again, Bannings. If I'm being honest, it does feel pretty good to finally beat you. I'll spare you that punch, I promise now. We're on the same team. As far as I'm concerned, I'm glad to have you with us. That straightforward nature and your friends, you and your friends possess may just be your greatest strength. Did I hear that right? Must have just been your imagination. Regardless, admitting defeat is an integral part of knighthood. I hope you'll accept this. We got a Zerum capsule as our reward for bandage mastering. Are you really sure I could just have this? Seems a little excessive for the occasion. Not at all. It's the least I can do given all my past deeds. Well, I believe we had our fill of fun. We should return to the task at hand. I'll be counting on you in the battles ahead, Detective Bannings. Sure thing. Thanks again for agreeing to the match. Bandage Masters. One against all opponents in Bandage Masters. Nice. Too bad they're not going to remember any of this. Yeah, that is completely true. Very unfortunate. Which means Lloyd is still going to give him a punch.
All that's left is to overcome this together.
We may all live and work in different parts of the world, but we've all thrown our weight behind achieving the same underlying goals. And now that we're all together in one place, there's no reason we can't overcome any hurdles that stand in our way. With our combined strength and Rufus's too, I'm confident we can make it through this, Lloyd. Definitely. It's good to be working together again, Reen.
All that's left is to overcome this together.
Ah, another tea party. I guess it's the former or Ouroboros members. Well, former and current. Their attributive tower is unlike anything I've ever seen before. You don't know anything more about it, do you, Doobly? I don't. McBurn's simulacrum was the product of the Six Anguis acting alone. Ouroboros is involved at some level, but I couldn't say how much. So it's not unlike the Azure Tree incident, the key difference being that we still don't know who the mastermind behind this is. That Grizzly Grim fellow said whoever it is has taken over Elysium. It doesn't sit well with me that they also took over the Rhineford military factory and misappropriated materials to build the tower. Regardless of who or what is behind this, I plan to give them their proper comeuppance along Lady Elisa and the others. You really found a place where you belong, haven't you, Sharon? I think it's fair to say we've all changed a lot since leaving Ouroboros. What about you, Swift? Have you considered taking the opportunity to leave as well? You've been through a lot in this last year. I can't deny that, but I have a responsibility to look after the Stahlritter. That is what my lord would want. Maybe you haven't changed after all. Yes, but that part of her has always been part of her charm.
Good day to you.
Now that I'm free of any lingering doubts in the wake of the Great Twilight, I am now fully unmade for the Rhineford Company. I now fully walk together with Lady Elisa and the rest of you so that I may live out this path that I've carved for myself.
Good day to you. Hello. How are you doing?
That tower showed up at the worst possible time. I wouldn't be surprised if it's caught the professor's interest. It's safe to say we're in for the tea party of the ages, if you catch my drift. People important to me call Crossbell home. Rest assured that I intend to give it my all.
Hello. How are you doing?
How's it going?
Crossbell isn't the only one in danger now. It's only a matter of time before LeBurle's in the line of fire if that tower's left alone. This calls for us pulling together yet again to protect our homes, doesn't it? History says we make a pretty good team, Lloyd. You can count on me, Estelle, and the others to fight our hardest when the time comes. I wouldn't expect anything less from you all. Let's do whatever it takes to resolve this.
Let's take it slow. Be smart about this.
Doobly,
If you could keep it short.
I have no intention of joining your lot or these deserters as a comrade. There are simply debts I owe Chores and the people of Crossbell, as well as the deal I struck with Alberea. More importantly, this is what my lord would have wanted. It's just the thing to do. Or it's the just thing to do. So remember this well. I will lend you my aid just this once.
If you could keep it short.
Sure. So what's up, kid? You went out of your way to drag us here, so spit it out. Please stop with the kid thing. There's just something I wanted to ask. How are you two okay with involving the people you care about in this coming fight? What the hell? Are you stupid? Not quite the words I would have chosen, but I do believe there's been a misunderstanding. For one, your assumption that we involved them is incorrect. That isn't why Milliam fights besides us anyway. She chose this path for herself. That's all there is to it, and all it ever will be. It's the same way with Tita. She knows what she's doing. I don't even have to tell her I'll protect her these days. Tita can handle herself. Look, I get where you're coming from, but maybe try taking a look in the mirror. What do you mean? We can't pretend to know your past, nor do either of us plan to force it out of you. But maybe the answer you're looking for lies within yourself. Have you considered having more faith in yourself and your partner? I hard to believe Swin and Nadia are still only around 14 years old. They have a lot weighing on them.
Just doing my job.
What do I want to do from here on out? Good question. I wish I could look at the big picture like the others. Maybe not being able to is a sign I've got some growing up to do. For now, I'd rather stay put and focus on getting through the weirdness here in front of us. The only thing I can say for sure about the future is that I'll never stop protecting Nadia.
Just doing my job.
Speak your mind.
Now that the fake has been dealt with, everything else can wait for after we've taken care of that tower. There will be much to discuss once this is all over. To that end, I will need to see it that Milliam, Reen, Regnitz, and I make it through this.
What do you need?
What's up?
Sheesh, stop me for that. But it's cool. You're supposed to overthink things at your age. Comes with the territory, and it's how you grow into being an adult. And while we're in here, I'm gonna do my part to whip you into shape.
Just wandering around?
The Retributive Tower's presence is terrifying, isn't it? It's even scary to think how long it's been there without anyone noticing. Professor Schmidt and the others are currently looking into how that happened at the Castle of Mirrors. Regardless, it's clearly a weapon that surpasses anything we've ever seen before. We did come across some signs of something massive being produced at the Rhineford military factory. To put in perspective how massive the tower is, I think only the main weapon was built at the factory. The Divine Lightning, the weapon that wiped out the naval fortress. If that thing was allowed to fire more shots than Crossbell, the entire continent will... We're not going to let that happen. We only have half a day in the real world. Normally I would say it's hopeless. Right, but as long as we're in here, we have as much time as we need to train and prepare ourselves. Well put, everyone. Let's do everything we can to stop the crisis that's unfurling.
All I know is we have to do something.
There's a lot of orbital tech out there that not even the Rhineford company can manufacture. There's the Retributive Tower and its Divine Lightning, not to mention the Simulacra and those advanced stealth devices too. But we will prevail. We have to. The pride of our company and my entire family's at stake here.
Oh, something up? Oh, need anything?
It feels surreal to wind up fighting alongside everyone in Crossbell like this. I never could have imagined something like this when I attended the Western Area Trade Conference a few years ago. You never know where life may lead you, but regardless, I'm going to train hard and repay everything the Crossbellans have taught me.
Hi there.
Did you need something?
Halvard's new leader, President Gramhart, has already started moving to de-escalate the situation. Crossbell's path to independence may be completely severed even if he manages to end the conflict. We have to end this ourselves. Now's the time for us to come together.
Did you need something?
I wonder what happened to the old president of Calvard. Because he was never mentioned.
There's a question in your eyes.
That dreadful weapon appearing has given my people no shortage of unrest. If only I were strong enough to ease their minds the way Cedric and Oliver did during the Great Twilight. Still, even if I'm not up to the task in terms of experience, I want to do all I can for them in these uncertain times. I may not be able to pitch in with infiltrating the Retributive Tower, but if nothing else I can pray for Adios to gift you with their protection. Thank you, Your Highness. That helps us plenty. I don't know how just yet, but I know we'll be able to find a way out of this.
There's a question in your eyes.
I plan to speak out in an official capacity to ease the minds of my people before they become too frightened. I lack the oratory skills and charisma of both my brothers, but that doesn't mean I should sit here and do nothing at all. I pray that Adios gives you with their protection. As always, my heart is with you.
Now then, let's move forward together.
Last couple. So this world is meant to act as a training ground to help us solve what's happening in Crossbell? What's strange to me is that I should be in Erebonia right now in the real world. Even if I were to train here myself, I don't know how I would be able to directly affect the situation in Crossbell. That's a good point. There are others here who shouldn't be able to directly participate in what's happening either. There may be something more to this then, something we still haven't figured out. Though I don't think there's anything strange about all of us working together right now. Given the situation, I assume you'd be working alongside the princess. Oh, You're right. I would have loved to have been by Reen's side to help him as well. Right now, I'm focused on what I can control and do while still in the Empire. Gotcha. You don't have to worry about Instructor Reen. I'll see to it that he's safe and sound. Let's work together and become stronger, even if we're separated in reality. Absolutely.
I have to do something.
I may not be able to help with the operation directly, but you can be sure I'll do everything I can in Erebonia. All I ask is that you make sure my brother and the rest of Class 7 stay safe. Please.
I hope all is well.
As I will.
I'm here to help however I can.
I never thought we'd come together with all these people from faraway places and fight as one group. Still, it's reassuring to have them here. It gives me extra strength. Whatever it takes, we'll get to the bottom of what's going on, together, as a team.
How are you?
And that is everybody talked to. Yay.
Initializing trading process.
Let's buy everything. Or those random challenges, of course, right? Whoops. Whoops. Dang it. It's not that. You don't need any of those. Buy equipment. Okay, so, like a lot of these weapons, we can't get the best weapons possible. We can get these, right? Yes, he already has Aura Offensive 3. Be buying some of the let's see. Who do we have for missions currently? Who do we need to bring? Defeat them with Crass, defeat formidable foes, use united fronts, induce break, have Kia execute an order, have Jubilee execute orders, have Estelle deal the final blow against enemies, claim victory with Ash and Yuna. So basically, Estelle, Ash, Yuna, and Jubilee. This is much easier. Oh, they actually list which characters have missions in this menu. Okay, that makes things a lot easier. What a weird setup that they gave me here. One that I would 100% never use in my lifetime. The only one here would be Lloyd and you. You stay. You finally looked up the proper name for couples with a huge age gap. May-December romance. Why May-December? Like, just like month? Month gap? That sort of makes sense. Let's stick it in the back row. And you in the back row. Okay. So here's what I'm thinking I'll do. I think I'll I'll hit out everybody that is currently in our party here. Like I'll get them all of their best gear.
Blazing Forge activated.
Black Sumerian ore shards. So we get 2 Black Sumerian ores, so we can make 2 ultimate weapons. Yay. But who do we give them to? Is the real question.
Activating requisitions program.
So she currently has her best weapon. Currently has the Spry suit, but needs the better Stregas. There. Astral Etoile. If I could pronounce it. he's like a candidate for getting his ultimate weapon, because it'd be very, like, it would be good for him, but I guess he never really attacks. He's mainly a backline character, so yeah. Also, I guess since we're here, I guess we can add Elise back to the group. There, she's back. Dang it. And I'll also max out the ornaments of the characters we're currently using. Also, Chrono Burst. You're missing a slot. What should we throw in there? Oh. Nobody's using Rage. So everybody here has Chrono Burst. Okay. So then, modify slot. And I think that's all I can upgrade, because out of money. Or out of quartz, specifically. We did get a new thingy. Yaldabaoth. Increases damage dealt with each turn. Increase up to 35%. Start battle with all stats raised. Crit rate up. Gives you all of the most powerful space stuff and Saintly Force. It's interesting. This is obtained EXP. We got you for your instant killing, so that should be enough. I think I'd like to throw status stuff on you, though, since we're using you. Okay. So there is one more thing we have to do. What time is it? 12:36. Okay, I don't have enough time for it. Pom Party. We have like the remaining people that we have to beat, so we'll do that next. Let's get it out of the way. Alright. Till next time. 106 hours, huh? Alright. Have a good night.